ass for freezing up and doing the disconnect reconnect. Ugh. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, come one, come all to the Shogun's tent. The show in which those that build and improve the culture are put on a pedestal, while those that destroy and pervert it and OBS fucking up consistently are put to the sword. This is the April 21st edition of the Shogun's Tent, and I am, of course, the bane of the woke, the harbinger of inheritance, the mad Shogun, RealAaronAlexander. And as usual, I have one retainer here in attendance, and it's the man that doesn't have to stay frosty because, let's face it, he is always frosty. Snowman. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good.
Yeah, so...
OBS crapping on you.
Yeah, this is mostly because my computer is fucking old as shit. I mean, I need to upgrade it, but like I said, all my funds are tied up in getting my car fixed. And by the way, I'm trying to find out when. Hopefully that damn transmission will be. I get that call from O'Reilly soon. See if I get see if my transmission arrived.
Hopefully you do.
Yeah, because it's been a little over a month, and they did say it'll take about a month or so, about a month or two, I should say. But
yeah, I'm kind of happy to do it because today I got my little replacement bag for my dice.
Nice.
I got that art from Russia.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Now, I will have. Now, if you're wondering where our literary sage went off to, well, she got hit with the stomach flu, so she will not be participating in tonight's festivities.
Pray to her to get well.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, she woke up. She took a nap and then she woke up feeling nauseous. That's fucked up.
Oh, that's never fun.
Oh yeah. Now, of course, before we start the show, I will say that if you haven't already, go down to itch.io and download this thing, man. It's the Whisper of Three Roses, and yes, I will be shilling it before every show. And it's a 113-page adventure book, and that Snow, I believe. Luckily, there's no technical foibles on my end to report this week, but it seems you ran a pretty interesting segment.
If you allow me to explain, I would call this pretty much the Night of the Dragon.
Yeah, Ethereal, let's just say, had a cavalcade of pretty much he was the walking example of Murphy's Law.
Okay. Right off the gate, when the session started, everyone got ready to play. I basically tell them, well, they were catacombs among the first areas, and we dark soulified it. Basically, in the room they were sleeping in, when they woke up, they see the room is filled out with these candles.
Uh-huh.
And on the side and on the wall is this large statue of a death goddess.
Yeah.
Right in front of her is an even smaller statue.
Okay.
Of a Grim Reaper named Steve holding a deck of cards. I did this for my two main players, which is, well, I'm not going to name names, but basically they play Digital Ghost Story, which is a game I'm still making. Okay. They know who Steve is. They dealt with him before.
Okay, now, I'm trying to condense this, so because I don't want to go like 20 minutes talking about this thing. What does this Steve was holding?
It was a deck of cards, also known as the deck of many things. Many fates.
In other words, the ultimate wild card. Pick at your own risk.
Yeah, basically, I didn't think any of them would pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
But if anyone was going to pick it up, I would probably think it'd be the new guy.
Uh-huh.
No,
so basically a noob test, right?
No, it was just a token of gesture. It was just here's a reference. And we got the acetone conservatives going, hey Shogun, don't you ever check your Twitter messages?
Hold on a second. I'll check. Let me check it. I don't know if I can receive a message or not.
It's on live chat.
Oh, live chat. Oh, that's probably what is going on here. Okay, let me go. Yeah, but I check my Twitter messages all the time. Basically, I usually never miss. So what happened? I don't remember.
Well, that's what he's asking.
Yes, I do. I always check my shit.
Yeah, Acid, who are you at Twitter?
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, getting back to the point. So Dragon picks up the card, and he got dungeon.
Uh-oh.
So he got sucked into the fucking dungeon, and he had to make a new character. He made his
Yeah.
own cleric because he's like, the group needs a cleric.
Uh-huh.
So there we go, going through the fucking dungeon, paces, till eventually the merchant NPC that was with the group got killed by a fucking fish man.
Okay.
So of course, they did the honorable thing by going through his corpse. They found 8,000 gold, 2 scrolls of magic, a ring made of clouds, and a red wand that's a little bit hot to the touch.
Ah.
Immediately, without even checking to see if the items are cursed or not, Dragon, yet again, decided to put the ring on.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the acetone preserver is speaking again. I sent you a message forever ago. I was the artsy otaku, now sleepy. I asked to join the Discord. I was a frequent stalker victim of the ISWB fall.
Oh, that bitch. Yeah, okay. When I'm talking about that bitch, I meant I stand with Vic Fails. That fucking jagoff. Hold on a second. I don't know if I got your message or not. Hold on.
Well, you go check out, finish off this story because I'm pretty sure everyone else will hear this.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, he liked the ring. Ooh, pretty. Put it on. Ring was actually a cursed item, randomly rolled. Ring of weakness. It basically turned his strength score of 18 into a strength score of 3.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that sucked. Oh, by the way, I did find your Acetone, I did find your message. It turns out that it went into my spam folder. So that's probably why I never got your message. Now I'm reading it right here, but yeah, I'm very sorry. Usually I'm very good at checking my messages, but unfortunately, this one just slipped by you. But don't worry about this. Hold on, I will pass you along the Discord link. I am very sorry about that. But while you do that, keep going, okay?
Okay. Basically, to remove this ring, only 2 methods had to be done. One method, remove curse. No one in the group is high enough level to remove curse.
Oh.
That's a pretty, I think it was a 3rd level spell.
Uh-huh.
So they had to be I don't know, level 5 to cast it. And they're all at level 1. If memory is right, I need to look that up again.
Okay.
Or you could take a special quest.
He chose the quest, did he?
Yep. Out comes the statue of Steve with a deck of cards. But this is not the deck of many things. This was a deck of race swaps.
All right.
But
Yeah.
basically, he drew Drow.
Oh.
So our known cleric magically became, and forevermore, a Drow cleric.
Okay.
Who also had, well, basically, the gnome was an airhead. Now we have a Drow that's an airhead.
All right.
And she also realized, hey, I actually look fucking sexy, so he not only became an airhead, she became a thought.
Well, that sucks.
Well, that sucks for the girl, not for her. But anyways, basically, they went in another room. They basically found a water nymph there. And seeing the drow, the water nymph went, well, the drow actually had a discussion. Where literally the water nymph basically told her the layout of the map, what monsters are in what room. Oh, hey, take half the silver in my chest.
Oh, okay. Well, listen here. I would like to continue to see this, but right now we're gonna be running a little over. We're running a little over, but
yeah, I'll continue part 2 next week.
yeah, because this is a long story to get over, and we don't, and yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
Justin, you're missing the good bits. So
Well.
part 2 next week, people.
All right. So anyway, let's see. Why the hell is my that's probably nothing. Anyway, so let's get on to the opening statement a little. Now, I tried to write a script on this, then I figured, you know what, fuck it. I'll just go impromptu on this one because this is more based on a tweet that Elon Musk had made. Because I did not put this on the docket, but Netflix is pretty much getting screwed 6 ways from Sunday as well.
He's not lying.
Yeah.
I mean, can they please just make a sci-fi fantasy, at least mostly about sci-fi fantasy?
Yes. Now, the thing...
He's not fucking lying.
He is not lying here. Now, but the subject of this is this. It is my... This argument comes twofold. And it's due to because it sort of relates to two different things. People with big platforms, big channels. Like, now last week I talked about how the Beanie Man has been saying people are doing nothing, but he's participating in the Bird Box challenge. It seems like his eyes are made for decoration. And what happened here is I did take a few side swipes at both the Quartering and Geeks and Gamers, because the reason I say this, and I say this without any malice whatsoever, is for all these channels complaining about pop culture and shit, and it's like we need alternatives, but the problem is they hardly ever pay attention to what anyone else is doing. They don't pay attention to what Comicsgate's doing. They don't pay attention to what some in the tabletop community is doing. Okay, hell, I think Geeks and Gamers just set up a new tabletop channel, and I asked them, hey, are you gonna be doing anything with OSR? He's like, no, we're just gonna stick to D&D for now. I'm like, really, dude?
Fuck.
I'm gonna have to start browbeating that guy. Okay, whoever runs that channel. I don't think he's a bad dude. I really don't think he's a bad dude. But the problem here is these people with
playing D&D from a company that fucking hates them.
exactly. Now, so all these people with 100,000 plus subscribers. I mean, I got a question I gotta ask. Is Uncle Ethan the only one with that many fucking subs? Are the ones promoting up and comers? Huh? I can understand why. Now, of course, even Uncle Ethan himself doesn't promote my shit, mostly because he's more of a comics guy. Tabletop is pretty much out of comics. It's out of his purview.
I mean, it's kind of. Now, if you were to contact him and say, "Can I make an RPG setting out of his comic books?" Like, Rainbow Brute might make a good RPG setting.
Yeah, no shit. But getting back to my point here. But is it just me? Or is anybody with 100,000 plus subscribers ignoring all the up-and-comers, huh? You complain all day about Star Wars. You complain all day about what Rodent Inc.'s doing. You complain all day about what Hollywood's doing, and yet you basically you just want to ignore all the ones that could be future franchise blockbusters, you know? I mean, sure, it may not be much now, but if you give them enough love, 10 years, I guarantee you, 5 to 10 years time, they will become the future of this fucking industry, okay? And I'm not just talking about my shit. I'm talking about other people's shit, like John Delarose, because John Delarose, Gabriel Taib, or Tina Marcotto. We're going to be talking a little bit about that in a bit. A lot of other shit people have been doing in OSR. A lot of people what they're doing what have you. They basically, and even literary works that have been checking out. You know, this has franchise potential, and yet you still want to complain about the lame stream. Okay?
Yeah, you're complaining about something you can't fucking change. The lame stream already chosen its path. It's dead set for it. You ain't gonna fucking convince them otherwise. You might as well just fucking ditch them. Buy out Cyberfrog. Buy out Rainbow Brute. Buy out whatever comic books are out there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not a comic book guy. I wish Dragon was here. He could do a better job than me.
Yeah, really.
For crying out loud. Geeks and Gamer, since you started up a tabletop channel, how about you contact RPG London or Vanguard? They got excellent settings for you to play in.
Yeah, no shit.
Fuck, I want to see someone play Invisible College.
Oh, definitely. And we're going to be talking a little about the OSR thing, because I got a few more things.
I want to see people play Ronin, Aaron's game. Hell,
yeah, digital ghost stories. Man, we're testing shit each and every week. You know?
Each and every week we are testing out our game. Well, Aaron's still got to make another campaign for his side. But each and every single week I am playing DGS with the people that are playtesting it. And yeah, we're having fun with it.
Yeah, and by the way, Aceton. Speaking of people on the Shogun server, welcome to the Shogun server. I did send you a link, and I saw you already joined, so welcome. And like I said, if you want to join in on the test, you can feel free. Talk to Snow. You can.
Oh yeah, if you want to jump in the DGS, just give me a DM. Just tell me what time you got, because DGS is like 7 to 11 every single Wednesday. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, getting back to my point here.
And it's always done on server, and you can use your own dice. So if you got dice at home, go ahead and use it.
Yes, because our dice bot on the server, well, it's a stone bitch.
We call her Detective Nico for a reason.
Yeah, because it's a stone bitch. But anyway, getting back to the point here. But that's part one of my complaint. You know, if you're big time creator, I mean, hell, I'll even let someone like say for instance, what's her face, God damn, who is Indigo White, someone I follow. I mean, I really don't care who I go on, whose show I go on at this point to promote anything right now. Shit, I might be, if when Martina Marcota starts her streams again, I did tell her once I get things back in an even keel, I want to be on her stream to promote. But
is that how small we are? We're still shilling for other people.
Yeah, really. I mean, no one because for how small we, yeah, because I doubt it. Very few people will come to these streams. They do watch the playback, but I've also, and that leads to my second complaint. And this comes in the form of the following here. And hold on, let me track down the
And I'm sorry we sound like whiny bitches, guys, but seriously,
it's getting ridiculous.
Geeks a Gamer, The Quartering, and all these other channels. Fuck, even Doomcock can do so much good if they actually featured other people doing independent stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, and yet they still want to participate in the goddamn Bird Box challenge. You know, it's annoying. But let me see. I'm still trying to find this thing here.
Oh,
here,
Aston. I do have a small side game that happens every single week on Monday. Question is, do you like something similar to Pokemon, or do you want old school essentials? Or do you want both? Because those are Monday games.
Okay. Now, this is part 2 of my complaint. And this is more when it comes to the shadow banning, the constant shadow banning we get from social media. And this is one of the reasons why I want Elon to succeed with this Twitter takeover. Just take a look at this picture right here.
Oh yeah, I understand the meme.
Yeah. When you're shilling your shit around.
Well, I wish you would have used someone else other than Will Smith.
Yeah, I know, but that's all I could find. Sue me. Still a valid meme. But anyway, basically it's this. I got Ronan, I got the Whisper of Three Roses, and there's Cuck Smith over there basically showing off, saying, here's my shit. And usually the response I get is this. Crickets, or everyone's like playing the Bird Box challenge.
Oh, my volume is quiet. Aaron, can you make it me a bit louder on OBS?
Hold on a second. This is usually that's weird. It's usually
Well, Acid Tongue can't barely hear me.
Weird, because that's you. Because
Let me turn up my gain. Maybe that'll help.
Maybe that's probably it's probably on your side because the volume is there as I usually put it on. But anyway,
How's this, Acid? Can you hear me better, Acid?
All right, let me see here. All right, so while you take care of that, getting back on point here. Now a lot of this crap is because you're basically getting shadow banned, and I even elaborated on this. Where hold on a second. Where I had a little bit of an infographic that I set up because I've been noticing this a lot on both my Twitter and my YouTube channel as of late. It's like ever since we did our last month's special on the convention situation. Well, it's turned into a fucking shit show. All right. Hold on. I'm still looking for this damn thing. Ah, here it is. Okay, let me cue this up because there's something I want you to take a look at.
Oh boy,
In case
can't barely hear me.
In case I don't know, can you turn up your volume, please? Anyway, here I want to show you. This is something that I posted to Niche Gamer. Okay. Now the picture on the right is what I posted Niche Gamer. I mean, I like Random or Sally. I like those guys at Niche Gamer. We always do their stuff from their channel sometimes. But I did post a they basically said not just Netflix, movies in general, blah blah blah, nothing original anymore except for media coming out of places like Japan or Korea, ironically. And my response to this was nothing original anymore at all, right? You'd think Niche Gamer would respond to this, right? Well, I think this has a lot to do with why not. Because look at this shit. Look at the picture on the right, on the left, I should say. And
yeah, he doesn't see it.
He does not see it. It's like what happened. See, what happened is what I did was I went to a private window, okay? And basically, if you go to a private window, that means you're not logged into anyone's account. It's how I can manage to see Jack Posobic's tweets because he's got me blocked. But I don't know why Posobic.
Hey, Shiny, can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on, but getting back on point here.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But
OBS is being funky.
Well, it ain't on my end because you're coming in loud and clear. Probably because I don't. Probably because like
Shiny said he could hear me.
Okay, good. Very good. All right. So, getting back on point here. So my point is this: the reason that I don't get a lot of play on some of these tweets is because they got Twitter has me behind a shadow ban, mostly because number one, I tend to trigger scumbags. Number two, well, I'm promoting something that's in competition to their garbage. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's move on to number 2 here. I want you to pay attention to this episode, the one we did with episode 30, the ball pit from hell. Now, which is one of our most viewed streams. At this span from I would say when I trolled Liam Gray, all the way to where I talked about the ball pit from hell during that stream.
We got Dragon. We got Ethereal Dragon here.
Dragon, what's up, man?
Not much, just getting off of another stream.
Good of you to join us, yeah. But anyway.
So I figured that...
Good night, Acid.
Yeah. So. Okay. So anyway. So getting back to our point here, I want you to take a look at this. Ever since we did the ball pit from hell with the Ministry of Otaku, look at the views. What is wrong with this picture?
Oh, it seems like he got a significant less views and significant less likes.
Mm-hmm. Because I think at that point, one or maybe two of both things have happened. One, that they have that YouTube updated their algorithm, so basically, I get buried worse than a WWE mid-carder, okay? Or two, or some of Kick Vickers got bitchy.
Drop the box.
Yeah. Some Kick Vickers got a little bitchy about shit, and all of a sudden, I think one of them complained to Mama Susan's Captain Crunch crew. It says, okay, we can't. It's like, well, we can't really get. Well, he doesn't have much of a reach, so let's just throttle his views again.
Okay, Mad Matt did ask a question. Oh, and there was a little known comic I mentioned not too long ago by the name of Gyrion. Gyrion?
Gyrion? I've never heard of him. Well, but yeah, I'll have to look that up, Matt. But
So you know, Mad Matt, we are seeing your message. We got your message.
yeah, but Shiny does have a point. Yes, Elon does need to take over because there's a bunch of gimmick because I've noticed a lot of these bots and these kick vicars and these wokies are using gimmick accounts as sort of like a Trojan horse method, and then they basically come at anybody that runs afoul of them.
Drop these gimmick bots, and we need to drop the bots. Period.
Yeah, he did talk about this. I believe earlier today that he is gonna solve when he does take over Twitter. He is gonna do away with these bots for sure.
Didn't YouTube got rid of
Do
lots
with the
of
board
bots?
and most of these people that actually work in the company. That was
Yeah.
the biggest improvement.
Didn't
Yeah.
YouTube get rid of lots of bots, thinking they would help the wrong think channels, but actually help the channels they like better?
Yeah, because the strange thing, Dragon, turns out around channels, they're pop. People actually want to see their content.
Yes, and it seems like now it's starting to trend. I think on the former because a lot of other channels have been getting hit. Styx has been getting hit. JDA's been getting hit. A lot of people have been getting hit, and it's like the only people that watch our shit now are people that basically know of us here. The ones that basically come on our streaming. It's a small handful of people. It's like what happened to ECW during those last weeks on TNN. That we don't get no ink. We don't get promoted. We don't get promoted by the channel, despite the fact we do get several likes. Our like count has gone up. We average about 5 to 7 likes every video now.
Which, by the way, thank you, Shiny.
Yeah.
Mama Susan makes make sure that you're promoted during a certain month of the year.
Yeah, I'm willing to. Yeah, June's coming around the corner, so be prepared for the cringe. But the point
of what you talking about?
Yeah, the point I'm trying to make is this. All right, hold on. Wait. Oh shit! I didn't have it on my thing here. Hold on. Let me show this to you because I didn't. I thought I had it on the. I had it on, but I was only paying attention to that window here. But this is what I was talking about here. Okay. Yeah, as you can see right here, you have the ball. You have the stream that we did with Ministry of Otaku. But ever since then, this views going petered out and petered out and petered out and petered out and petered out. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're unsubbing some of my guys too, because it was at 196 or 197, but then a couple.
Yeah, you had like 60 people watching your Hyper Metroid stream, and they just dropped.
Yeah,
down
they just disappeared. They always do. They tend to do that shit a lot.
Yeah, we know you're being shadow banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah. Mama's
How many people does YouTube shadow ban? Probably hundreds.
a lot. That I wouldn't say hundreds. I would say
I would
thousands.
think millions. I would think millions.
Because they want to promote these stupid, unfunny late night hosts because they can't get ratings for shit anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to dwell on this any longer because. But the point about
Better if Elon took over YouTube.
well, I would say he should, but if he did, then you risk oh crap, then you'll have all these leftoids screaming for antitrust, which is pretty ironic.
You're silent on Disney.
Yeah, really. Oh, we're going to be talking about Disney tonight, by the way, and this is big news. That's why we are talking about Disney Night, because usually if it's anything, if it's something like that, it's like, nah, we're not going to talk about it. Too much groomer shit. But this is big. This is fucking big.
It's nothing to do with groomers.
Oh yeah, and everything to do with.
And it's all good news too.
Oh
It's
yeah,
all good news.
oh yeah. Anyway, so the bottom line here is, it's hopefully when Elon does take over Twitter, which I'm saying it's a 90% chance that it's going to happen. The only way I think it's going to fail is if the government gets involved, and they got to go full on blast. It's not like Brandon just going, I don't like the fact spaceman and checking over Twitter. No. We're talking like they got to go full on say, Elon, you're not, this is our property, you're not having it. Then, of course, they risk showing their ass, but in short, Elon, if you're watching, which I highly doubt you are, we are back you in this endeavor.
Matt is bringing it back because he said, funny enough, I did mention Girion in episode 9 of the Shogun set when we were showing off the alternatives to Linktree drone.
Oh, episode 9? Shit! That's way back.
All the way back.
Yeah, I'll have to check
Get
that
your
out.
time machine, Aaron.
Yeah.
Go back in time.
Oh yeah. Well. Anyway, whoo! That's one of the longest openers we've ever done. Thankfully, it's going to be a light show tonight. But so, without further ado, after about 40 minutes, let's get on to the news. And we got some shit to shill tonight here. First off, we gotta revisit some old ground. Friend of the show, Martina Marcoda. The inking is finally done. The inking, the coloring finally done, and she sent it to her letterer, and it looks like the print copies are on the way. And the big news that I want to share with you tonight was she is doing variants. And these are one of the she's doing like two variants. The original one that you see up here, right? And the other one is this little number right here. This is based on one of her her burlesque photo shoots, I believe. Because she's got the halo, the red veil, etc. Looks really good.
Yeah, I might as well get myself a variant cover, like, next month when I get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went and got before she made the variant cover, which is the one you're looking at right now on YouTube screen.
Yeah.
The red one.
Yes.
The other one was the one she was actually gonna. The other one that was the original one.
Yeah, that's pretty much
the red one was the variant.
Yeah, there's only one. Yeah, there's only one variant basically, and that's the one where she's doing the red veil. I don't know what she calls it. I'm gonna have to talk to her to see what it is. But
I rarely buy variants. I pick a cover that I like and I go with that.
Yeah, but this
the only reason I'm getting another variant is because, come on, it's Martina.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
She's a good friend of the show.
Mm-hmm. But so the variants are coming, and it's still, and if you want to, and remember, it's still in demand. So you could pick up your copy whenever you feel like it. I mean, it's double. It pretty much hit over double its final take that it reached 2 years ago. But now it's at $57,000, and she pretty much got all the legal bullshit out the way. And by the way, I heard from a little birdie that Dick Masterson is trying to troll her, basically saying, "Oh, we'll just have this guy back on the show." Yeah. But the bottom line is, I really don't have any opinion of Dick Masterson in my way. I mean, on one hand, he's a bit of a troll. He did piss off Dr. Phil, which that gets kudos, but I think he's been too ingratiated with the whole Ralph versus Jim / Gator or bullshit going on, which is turning into a major shit show. But aside from that, I would like to say congratulations to Martina, and hopefully we'll be talking about it next time we share a stream. So, well done. So, got anything to add before we move on?
He's still winning that case versus that guy who tried to rip her off.
I don't know if the guy appealed or not, but the only thing we've heard is that Dick Masterson is threatening to bring him back onto his show, which will be a very big mistake, in my opinion.
The guy who tried to fucking scam his way to make his own comic through someone else's money.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, excellent choice of people to be the guests of your show. Really fucking excellent.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah, I don't know either, and I don't really give a fuck. But what I do give a fuck about is great works that hey, Beanie Man, quartering, Geeks and Gamers, you paying attention? She was on Rebel Media. She's got a significant following. You might want to bring her on your show one time, huh? Anyway, moving on. Where one campaign is coming to, is pretty much is hitting the finish line. Another major campaign has begun. The Tucci's are at it again, and they're adding a third book to their closing out their trilogy of the Return of She, which graphic novel / comic was very big among the indies back in the 90s. And they just started their campaign, and look at how much they've racked up in the first couple days alone.
Or compared to what they asked for, they made more than 5 times what they are asking for.
Yeah, they're at 83 and they're climbing. They got a whole month to go. Now, hopefully it doesn't...
Only asked for 15K. They got over 550%.
Yes.
What they were asking for.
Yes, indeed. And the bottom line with this one is Billy Tucci. He's no slouch. The guy's been at this for decades, right? And I think this is even before Uncle Ethan is going to bring him onto his stream. All right, let's be fair. This is before the Ethan bump. So I'm thinking
they're almost 100K right now.
Mm-hmm.
With the Ethan bump, they might make it 200K.
Agreed. So there's the.
I mean, these guys do have the backing. They can actually produce it, and this is not their first Indiegogo.
Yeah, this is actually the third chapter in their trilogy. So they have done this before, and they
definitely need to buy this because they released the omnibus.
Oh yes. So, yeah.
Not to mention I've missed the first 2, so basically I need the good. Well, I don't technically need.
Yeah, you want it big time, and they already got variants as well, limited edition. Very beautiful art right there. I think that's one variant. And then here's Billy Tucci's hardcover edition. My God, that looks beautiful.
It is.
You know, if you look at her face, she kind of reminds me of Melanie Mack. I don't know if Tucci's ever heard of Melanie Mack before, but
And there's the one I want. The
Firewalk?
Firewalk one. The Firewalk, yeah.
That's freaking beautiful.
And can you blame me?
Yeah. There's also you also got the T-shirt. And
Can you blame me for wanting the Firewalk?
No. But this is another good one.
I wish
here.
that was the hardcover.
Yeah. Man, he's got a lot of good variants. Man, let's count them up here. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit, 6 variants. Jesus Christ! Usually my rule of
omnibus right next to it is like $100.
Yeah, that's a lot. So the Tucci's are going all out with this one, and usually I always say, wait, when it comes to if you're doing more than four variant covers, you're overdoing it. But in this case, I'm waiving that rule.
Well, yeah, these people know what they're doing. Yeah, I don't like it when comic book guys are like releasing like 20 different variants.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I only see a few people do it, and that's because they have their own printing press.
Yeah. They have their own printing press. Yeah. And the ones that like to do
in comics, I'm talking about you guys.
Yes.
They literally have their own printing press. They
can afford. Yeah, they probably they got a reliable printer that they've known for years. You know.
Yeah, it's very reliable because they own it.
Mm-hmm.
They literally own the machine that prints out their comics. It's in the warehouse that they run.
Yeah.
I wish they do more of those videos versus, say, the videos of their drawings, because comics, you're pretty cool when you show off the product. It's just you guys.
When you own the means,
you're lame.
when you own the means to print these out at minimal costs, you're playing with house money.
Yeah, I just wish their YouTube videos were so much better, because they're like, guys, if we make this amount, we can have corn dogs.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck, man.
When it comes to digital promotion, they're complete boomers.
Oh yeah, it's boomer central. I'm like, corn dogs, really?
This isn't the 1980s, buddy. We're not going to a state fair.
It's like, and they're all getting excited for. I'm like, dude, how about you just sit down, present your variant covers, and let them sell themselves.
Exactly. Don't do any silly, stupid silly gimmicks. All right. It's. I mean, you need
stop it with the gimmicks.
Yeah, it's very cringy, and yeah, it makes you. Yeah, like I said, it makes you out to be boomers. That's not what you want.
Seriously, I want a Michael Jordan meme that basically says, "Please stop it with the gimmicks. You need help."
Maybe like ripping off the same comic book cover 20 times over.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
you know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I hate.
I'm gonna go see what my dog wants. I think he wants a OUT.
Oh,
I'll be back.
But yeah, you do great with artwork, but when it comes to YouTube videos, seriously,
stop it. Get some help.
So, Ethereal, what you got anything to say about She here?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. And like I said, keep in mind, all this is pre-Ethan bump. I guarantee you, once he gets the Ethan bump, it's probably gonna go deep into six figures. So don't be surprised if this rakes in a fuck ton of money. So next up, we gotta talk about Sonic Origins. Now it seems Sega is gonna release the first 3 Sonic games out on PC and consoles, mostly to capitalize on the release of Sonic 2 the movie. And and everyone's talking about this, but here's where my issue comes in with this. All right. Now it looks good that they're doing like 2 versions of the game. Like you could play classic version where it's like you have a set of lives, and if you blow those lives, you're done. Right? You may get a couple continues. And I think the anniversary edition, which basically is like you can die you can try as many times as you want. It's basically easy mode, in my opinion. But
yeah.
But there is one problem with this package. Take a look at the price. I am very sorry, Sega, but that doesn't I know it's 3 games, but it doesn't justify the price point.
Especially with how old they are.
Yeah, they're 30 years old. Yeah, well, yeah, the first game is like what, a little over 30 years old, right? And shit, the second game is coming up on 30. Yeah, like I said, you're dealing with 30-year-old games. I understand some of them got remastered and have like some animated cutscenes and what have you, but seriously, this does not justify $40. I am so sorry. I mean, this is the deal, okay? You remember Sonic Mania coming out, right? You remember Sonic Mania, right?
Yeah, I have it downloaded.
Yeah. It didn't cost that fucking much. And it had all new content. It had a chop more content. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have as much. It's not like 3 fucking games, but still. I would say
Lowbrow was top use that in their Sonic Ohio.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? It turns out that Sonic wasn't involved in it, so he leaves, stops being the creator of the Sega universe, the god of the Sonic of the Sega universe, and goes to talk to the people because he was angry. He's like, "This is blatant Sonic washing."
Uh-huh. But still.
So,
Yeah, but still. $40? I would say no bigger than $30. Because you figure $10 per game. That's fair.
yeah.
But this is one of those.
When they brought out the remaster of close to Final Fantasy for PlayStation 2 or 3, how much that was.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, a lot of. Yeah, even I think some of the pixel remasters I think they put out, that some of them was a little too pricey.
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah.
I see you talk about the Sonic Origins.
Yeah, Sonic Origins, where this is all well and good, but again, the price point, it does not justify the price point. Because take a look at the price on that thing. For fucking digital standard copy, $40. Listen, again, I like me some Sonic games, and I understand they're 3 games, but $40 is a little too much.
Okay, let's see.
Uh-oh. That is...
Yeah.
That needs a price cut. That is...
Mucho price-o there, Sega. So, I would say $10, because I would understand if you're playing 3 games, it's $10 a game. That's fine. But $40? I understand you're trying to capitalize on the fucking movies, but like I said, that just sells itself. Sometimes it ain't about how much. It ain't how high you sell, how much you sell it for. It's how much you sell.
Seriously, this should be like a easy thing. Yeah, they definitely need to fucking reduce the price immediately. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, because
that is ridiculous.
Exactly.
As some people will say.
And I'll tell you this. So, if you are planning on getting it, only advice I can give you is wait for the Steam sale. So, Sega, that's bad.
You dropping the shameful display.
Oh, definitely.
A shameful display.
Because that even at $40, it's still too much, and I'm willing to bet some of them will say, screw it, I'm going back to emulation.
Oh yeah, I've seen that price.
I'm one of them. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just emulate it.
Yeah, because you could get the original Final Fantasy for like $12 in play.
Yeah, no shit. But other than that,
the good Final Fantasy version, now isn't it?
Yeah.
See how much is on Steam.
It's like the crappy, cheap-ass imagery, not the good pixelated art.
Even the pixel remastered on Steam is $12.
Yeah. This is one of those things where it's like, okay, I like how it's looking, but this goes into the Steam sale bin. Sorry. People don't got a lot of money to burn. I mean, I understand inflation's a bitch. But anyway, moving on here. So we have another video game movie that's in production. That being Streets of Rage.
Yeah, now when I look at a video game being turned into a movie, I usually dismiss it.
Yeah, it's like, bleh. But I want you to read.
Sonic has not done much to change my mind, even though that I heard that is a wonderful and fantastic film, and Sonic 2 is continuing on the tradition. But there was a silver lining to this, because the same people who made Sonic 1...
Hold on. We gotta read this. Don't spoil it. So yeah, the Streets of Rage series had finally been dusted off, but taken off the shelf a year or two ago with the release of Streets of Rage 4, which is a great entry in there. I mean, it's not Streets of Rage remake, but you know what? It's still pretty damn good. But it seems like there is going to be a movie, and the good news is the same production company behind the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, that's DJ2 Entertainment, they will be producing the film. So the good news is now when I heard about this, and it's going to be done by the same guys behind the Sonic movies, I was like, okay, this is going to be in good hands. Because I guarantee you, they
actually have hope for this.
Yeah, and hopefully they find some good actors to play Axel, Blaze, and Adam.
And keep the outfits.
Yes.
All that is holy. Keep the outfits.
Yeah.
I'd rather have them sacrifice good actors for actual cosplayers.
Exactly.
I'm willing to have bad acting for actual fucking good cosplayers.
Okay, let's put it this way: it's based upon a beat 'em up game. Do we really need that much, dialogue?
That's my point.
I mean, let's face it. You probably need like only maybe 2 people that can actually act.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now
Basically.
Now the question is, who would you have play the characters? Because
okay, I really haven't.
Well, you already heard me. I'd rather have like excellent fucking cosplayers that can actually do the action scenes and actually, you know,
or have a martial arts background. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know who would probably be good for Blaze. I think you know who I'm talking about.
just tell us.
Who?
Just tell us.
I think that this is a part perfect for Gina Carano.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, but then again,
just bring also the Power Rangers cast members.
yeah, the problem here is most of those who did Power Ranger stuff. Well, they're kicking 50 in the ass.
Well, don't forget that show is still on.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I mean, you could make a case for them like 20 years ago, but
yeah,
nowadays,
some of the more recent ones you get.
I mean, yeah, they
Just make sure you ones that can actually, fight.
yeah. So so hey, who to cast is like a big freaking question, because what other actresses out there can you compare to like a Cynthia Rothrock or anything like that, or any?
There ain't much, which is
Yeah.
why I said I'd rather have cosplayers who are martial artists and
Yeah,
who can actually dress the outfits.
yeah, no shit.
This is Streets of Rage. The acting is gonna be second tier compared to action and the outfits that
Yeah.
they're wearing.
Yeah, you know what they should do though is they should do it in the style like you remember the Mortal Kombat movie back in '95, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's a
acting
good
was
Mortal Kombat movie.
the acting was passable at best, but
No, we mostly went for the Mortal Kombat because of the action scenes.
yeah, the
Yeah.
action scenes were freaking top notch. I mean, who they brought? You know who they brought
Oh,
on?
come on. The fight between Scorpion and oh man, who's the
Johnny
actor
Cage?
finisher? Yeah, Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
Come on, that was a kick-ass finisher.
yeah, and they brought in a lot of
Plus the autograph at the end of that fight.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a callback to the games. Like I said, they should go the same direction. It's like you know what I've noticed? Anyone remember the show WMAC Masters?
No.
Oh, I think
Dragon.
you can find a lot of those episodes on YouTube. Hold on, I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can find this on the I'm gonna see if I can find this on YouTube. And I'll link it, and I'll link this into the what you call it. I'll link this into the theater. All right. And okay, it's an entire channel basically. And hold on a second. I'll tell you what. I'll link you all the playlist, okay? Because they have the entire thing on the playlist. Let me see. We go back. Can't you just show me the damn playlist? God damn it. Okay, here we go. All right. I'll link this in the theater so everyone in the Shogunate can check it out. Because this is impressive shit. Even for 1990. Yeah, that the acting's pretty fucking cheesy. It's 90s cheese. But the martial arts in that show is fantastic.
Well, I would have sacrificed the fucking actors to get some actual fucking people who can actually wear the outfits without complaining
Yeah.
and actually do some action scenes.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, just get
Because
one.
we don't need to go like get the professional actors who are gonna fucking pull off a, Cowboy Bebop the live action.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know who could have played a good Axel Stone if he was 20 years younger? Or should I say 30 years younger? Not 20 years, 23. William Zabka. You know, Johnny Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
I think he could
get the kids.
Maybe some of the guys maybe some of the kids in Cobra Kai might do it. Hell, I wouldn't mind old Hawk play Axel. I believe his name is
some
Jason.
of those kids can play as the thugs that can get their asses beat.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, the older kids.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like the guy that plays Hawk, Jason Bertrand. I believe that's his name, right? He could play Axel.
You also need to find a guy who's willing to be the grunt who runs around with a knife.
Who Galja? Running around, not.
He got you a few times.
Oh yeah, yeah. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, say what you will about him, but at least he actually got you a few times.
Yeah, he gets everybody. It's like once he holds out the knife like he's trying to run around with scissors. Well, let's just say that his hitbox is in the next fucking county. I could be like in somewhere in Chicago trying to order
Say what you will about him, he beats Blondie every fucking day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the question is,
not to mention he doesn't go out begging like a bitch. I'm like, please don't hurt me.
Yeah, no shit.
Are they just gonna do one game or movie, or are they gonna smash multiple games in?
They're probably gonna do the same thing they did with the first Sonic movie. Concentrate on the first. Try to make an adaptation into the first game, which will be a lot easier than they do with Sonic. Because
they could just use practical effects. They could bring in the car with a guy with a rocket launcher going around shooting out buildings.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that with Sonic, it's not exactly all of a Street of Rage. It pretty much fits in, just a little more high tech.
Yeah.
They can face off against Mr. X as he tried to get away with a helicopter. That'll be the one fucking scene where they call forth the guy with a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah. Also, for the soundtrack, now the soundtrack's gonna be the make or break. It's gonna be the make or break. I would say
The soundtrack has to be good.
Yeah, they gotta bring in Yuzo Koshiro at least to consult for the score. I would say go for a mix of early 90s house / or synthwave for this one.
Hold on, my dog just puked. I'll be back.
Good God. Seems he caught the same stomach flu that Justine has. Anyway. But yeah. But that's where I think Streets of Rage could do well. And like I said, if they're going to use the same formula they did with the Sonic movies, I guarantee you all they got to do is just listen to the fans. They will point you into the right direction. And I'm sure they're looking at fan reaction and taking notes.
Oh, okay. Have you ever seen... Sheesh, I forgot there was already a Street of Rage movie.
Well, the only Streets of Rage movies I've rented to are fan films. That's about it.
Apparently there was a 1994 one. I don't know if it actually has anything to do with the actual video game.
No, the only one I remember that came out in '94 was the third Streets of Rage game. Which, by the way, the Japanese version a lot better. Play that shit.
Yeah.
Don't play the American version. That's trash.
Oh, you're talking about Streets of Rage 3?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently there was a Street of Rage movie in the 1994. Like I said, I have no clue what that actually has anything to do with
Yeah, it probably had nothing. Probably had zero to do with it. But like I said,
Anyways, I'm back.
yeah. But like I said,
Cleaning the dog puke.
if you're inclined to check out the games, well, I did so on separate editions of the Shogun's Arcade, which a few months back you could check that out. So if you're inclined to check it out, I haven't tried out the new version of Remake yet, but I might in the future. But they did fix a lot of problems that came out with the previous release, which was like years ago. Anyway, so with that said, oh, it is time once again for my favorite segment of the show.
Eat potatoes.
Yes,
And
sir.
good boy.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for the continuing adventures of Florida Man. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Here we go.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way.
No recollection of that happening.
They
at all.
sell some
This
good
store
liquor.
sells some good liquor.
When it hasn't been your day.
Our good friend Sweet Potato. Okay, so we got two interesting stories tonight. First off is this. Now, the TSA, as you already know, their hiring pool is probably gutter trash at best. Okay? You ever go through TSA? It's like, I bet you 10 to 1 that they're paid their income, their weekly income is no greater than triple digits. It's basically your standard government job DMV bullshit, you know what I mean? But it seems one worker realized, oh my god, I'm late and I don't want my boss chewing my ass out, because my boss does not run on CP time. So what does she do to try to make sure that her boss doesn't bitch at her? Well, here's what she did. She faked a burglary report. So what happened was, it was on Monday. 34-year-old Talita Collier of Winter Haven, she got arrested for criminal use of a personal ID and uttering a false document after she created a fake police report to avoid repercussions for excessive tardiness at work. And just look at the mugshot here.
Did she use her own mugshot to describe the burglar?
So, well,
I'm just asking a question that everyone else is asking.
Yeah, but she got.
Did she use her own mugshot?
Well, I don't know if that mugshot was probably was taken when she got busted. But so on the 4th, she was contacted by an assistant federal security director of law enforcement with the Federal Air Marshal Service after Coulier, a TSA officer, submitted what appeared to be a fake PCSO burglary report. Now, PCSO, I don't know what the hell does that mean. Oh, Polk County Sheriff's Office. All right. They've learned that Collier was a TSA employee, was on a TSA employee improvement plan for excessive tardiness, so she was on probation. One more fuck up and she was gonna get fired. So she called the telecommunications officer and said she was gonna be late for a scheduled shift. And when she arrived, she told her supervisor she was late because while she was at her parents' home, a man armed with a knife attempted to burglarize her parents' vehicle. She told her supervisor she drew her agency-issued weapon and pointed at the alleged suspect, causing him to flee. And she informed that she filed a police report with the Polk County Sheriff's Office, and when asked for a case number or business card of the detective, she said she was not provided with either. Ooh, that's a red flag there, bud. So, basically, I think the supervisor knew that and says, listen, you're going to have to provide a copy of that report. All right? So what do you think she did at this point? She probably
the dumbest thing she could do.
Forge it. Exactly. So she texted her supervisor a screenshot of a document that looks similar to a police report. And she was like, you might want to give me an actual copy, not just a picture of it. Yeah, you can tell this supervisor was ready to go full on Vince McMahon on her ass. But that the image provided was cut off halfway through the second page and no incident description was visible. And when the detectives reviewed the image, he determined it was obviously a fake report and it was not an official form. So, and she also used a deputy of his assigned member number on the document. The problem was, he was out on vacation and out of the country.
So here's this poor deputy somewhere in fucking France having a good fucking fantastic time in the fields, eating some sweet cheese, some fine French bread, and drinking some of the most loveliest French wine. And then he gets a fucking call, ruining a fucking perfect moment. He's like, yeah. He's like, did you sign this fucking document? How? I'm in France.
Oh boy. Yep. You! What the hell were you thinking?
I was pulling the French thing on my ass. It's just...
Yeah, who knows where he could be in like freaking Argentina for all we know. But
given this is like the months of spring break, he could have been fucking in Mexico seeing some topless bikini clad ladies walking down the beach having a good old fucking time with a tequila right by him and get the fucking phone call.
Yeah. But her parents told detectives that they had no knowledge of the burglary report and that their vehicle had not been burglarized. So, as a result, she was arrested and transported to Polk County Jail, where detectives asked Clay about the armed burglary in an effort to investigate the alleged crime. She asked if her employer had contacted Pete, the Polk County Sheriff's Office, and she didn't want it disgusted. So she think that her employer snitched on her.
No! I'm the guy you're trying to fucking fool and has every fucking reason to fire you, but he's like, no, firing you is just too fucking good. I might as well get the fucking police on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it'd be on them, not on me, to get rid of you.
Yeah. Now, there was a...
I'm pretty sure she would not be above pulling the race car if she's
more
than happy to falsify documents.
Oh, yeah.
You fired me because I'm black.
Yeah.
No, you fired you because you forged documents.
Yeah, not only that, you're always late. You're always running on CP time.
Yeah, you might as well have taken the being chewed out by your boss.
Well, since she was on probation, she probably would have been fired. But the Polk County Sheriff, Grady Judd, the Chad that guy is. I mean, you ever see some of his press conferences? He's freaking entertaining, man. Freaking amazing. Especially when he says something, you better not be looting, or when he talked about all the people he busted in that sting. Yeah, go check out his press conferences. They're the stuff of legends. But he was reached for comment. And he said, you can't make this stuff up. I don't understand why anyone would go to the extent of creating a fake police report to avoid a reprimand at work for tardiness. Collier has violated the trust of her workers, her co-workers, and the people she was supposed to keep safe. Amen to that.
Yeah, in this case, he doesn't have to go to a Vic Man challenge. He's got the police doing that for him. So,
Yeah, no.
It's like the Vic. It's like the Vic.
The Vince McMahon challenge.
No, not the challenge, but the other meme where something actually good going is like, oh, you don't have to fire your worker. Shows a Vic McMahon with a, that's good.
Oh yeah, the one.
Less to her ass. Has a smiley face on him.
Yeah, I know that meme. The one where he just completely loses and falls off his chair.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's like she got locked up for 5 years. And she ain't gonna be a TSA agent ever again. That meme with him falling off the chair going, oh.
Yeah, and plus you probably screwed it for any job you try to get. I mean, the best you'll probably get is fucking flipping burgers at Mickey D's.
And that's if you're not replaced by a fucking robot.
Yeah, just look at her face, though. Look at that.
Yeah, when I look at that face, I immediately think...
Yeah, she got a bad attitude.
You're fucking mug me, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm being straight up honest. That is the face of, I'm gonna fucking mug you, okay?
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to accept it.
Now the question...
You're gonna have to deal with it on your own time, because right now you're on my time. And you're gonna deal with the fact I'm gonna take your money.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she... if there's been some, quote-unquote confiscations at those TSA checkpoints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No doubt. I have no doubt if that is the case.
Yeah.
They'd be like, hey, boss, suddenly all the stuff that's been... Well, all the reports of missing stuff, or confiscated stuff, just dramatically went down.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? And it was like... And the boss is like, keeping his mouth shut, because he knows damn well. If he just admits to something, he'd probably accuse of racism.
Yeah.
He's like, no idea. No idea.
Yeah. If there's any government in bureaucracy that needs to be sent to the shadow realm, it's the fucking TSA. All they're doing is just harassing people and robbing people of dignity, strip searching people, and now trying to check for masks.
Compliment you, Aaron.
This is the reason I don't fly unless I can't help it. That's why
General Piggy just gave you a compliment, Aaron. He said you got a good voice for radio.
Thanks, Piggy. But I also have a good face for TV too. You don't see my face a lot, but when I start promoting it, yeah, you'll start to see it. Trust me.
Yeah, once you put on that suit and start advertising for Ronin again.
Yes, definitely. But anyway.
Oh my God, what are you gonna do when you eventually advertise for a digital ghost story?
Oh yes. Well, anyway, moving on to our next story here. This is another bit of. You think this is a doozy?
Let's take a moment to look at this man.
Just look at Drink it in, folks.
And then just read the title. Just look at that man alone without reading the title. What crime do you think you have done?
Drugs.
Okay, Aaron, what are you thinking?
Well, the thing here is if he's breaking into a restaurant to just steal some cakes and ice cream and shit.
No, I said don't read the title.
Oh, okay.
Just the picture alone.
I think the guy was probably like a member of MS-13 or something like that, or he probably dipped his reefer into some freaking embalming fluid again, trying to make it wet.
He looks like the guy that fucking ate his cellmate.
Yeah. Guy looks like he's probably on bath salts, and by the look on his face, yeah, he probably looks out of it. Now
read the title. It's a whole lot more innocent than he actually looks.
It turns out he broke into a restaurant and stole lava cake, cobbler, and ice cream. And you know what my suspect is? He probably smoked himself or turned on the reefer. And I don't smoke that shit, but I do know one of the side effects to smoking a lot of reefer. You get the munchies.
Yep.
You get the munchies, and I think.
Oh man, can you just imagine a guy coming into prison looking like that, and all the other prisoners thinking he did some hard ass crime?
It's like, holy shit, what the fuck did he do? Is he like a member of MS-13 with all them damn tattoos? Then you realize what he brought him in. It's like,
he must have been a murderer, serial killer, I bet.
yeah. And then they find out what he was arrested for. He broke into a restaurant. He broke into a restaurant stealing some desserts. And I'm like,
I thought you were after that.
I'm like, huh?
Those dudes in prison. How the fuck are you gonna react to that?
Well, I think they'll just laugh. Won't even. I don't think they'd probably make him a prison bitch, but they'd probably just laugh. They'd probably just have their entertainment for the day, just laugh at it because he's like, can't you go get some damn Funyuns from the gas station if you got the goddamn munchies?
Stay off the weed, people.
Oh, definitely. Yep, Stephen A. I think you know what you need to do here.
Stay off the damn weed!
So what happened?
Oh, no.
Yeah. So what happened was, this was in Lake County, Florida, where he broke into a closed restaurant Thursday and basically got himself desserts. His name is John Castor, who was 42, was at a Red Wing restaurant. Now, I've heard of Red Wing restaurant. I've never been inside a Red Wing restaurant. But he broke into through the black porch screen. He had a small dog and a backpack with him, and he ate cobbler dessert out of a pan, according to the arrest report. And
A small dog and a backpack.
yeah.
You
And
better share some of that cobbler with the dog.
yeah, at least have the dogs get some of it. I mean, I know sweets are not good for dogs, but give them a little taste.
Give him something.
Yeah. So they left the restaurant on his bike before getting busted. And he said while he's searching the guy, they found a stainless steel pan filled with cobbler, a lava cake, and a large tub of vanilla ice cream on his person. And all this grand total was $200. Which goes to show, couldn't you just stop at a Walmart? You get pick up a tub of ice cream for like $4. I understand inflation shit, but you still could get a decent size thing of ice cream for like $5. Shit, you probably spend at best $25 at best. Get yourself a pie. Get yourself a thing of ice cream.
You ate $200 worth of ice cream, pie, and just basically
Cake.
desserts.
Yeah, sounds like it definitely got really high.
Yeah, I think he had the munchies. He's like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Dog's coming in like, hey, master, you smoked that green stuff again.
He smoked the
What
jazz
wonderful
cap.
adventures we're going into now.
He's like, oh damn, he smoked the jazz cabbage again. And according to the deputies, he said that he's been arrested for theft several times in the past. So he's got priors.
So now who's watching over that dog?
Yeah, that's the sad. Well, I'm sure he'd probably be out of jail within a few days because this isn't grand theft. This is petty theft. If it's $200, it's petty theft. So he'd probably get.
Saying who's gonna feed the dog for a couple days?
Yeah, he'll probably get a misdemeanor charge. Probably won't spend no more than a few weeks in jail, and that'll be it. Maybe.
Yeah, he was watching the dog until. Yeah, you can tell I'm more concerned about the dog than I am concerned about the guy.
Oh yeah.
Because the guy pretty much invite this shit onto himself. It's the dog that's gonna deal with this shit.
Yeah, really. I mean, I hope you left the dog with someone that can care for him.
Well, he's high when he got arrested, so I doubt it.
Yeah. So, remember, kids.
Stay off the damn weed!
Yeah, I know it's a day removed from 420, but that's no excuse. But anyway, moving on to our mid card here. Well, it seems he's the head honcho of Square Enix had something to say about Western game design as of late. And he basically said that his company cannot make good games by just imitating Westerners.
You know, as much as I agree with that statement, I don't believe him until I fucking see it.
Yeah.
The way he can fucking see it is basically, A, fire the fucking staff that keeps doing this censorship shit. B, get rid of the censorship. And C, restore Tifa's breast.
Yeah. Now, I will be talking about this in a bit here. So, he talks about how the game market has been globalized. The domestic market used to be large, but now it's spoiled next to China and the U.S. I mean, he's not talking any lies here. And he says if you're not recognized even globally, you can't do business. That's fair. But here's the prop. But again, he's talking about how overseas markets are important, and we shouldn't be bending the knee to imitating Western game designers, etc. I mean, just look at From Software. I mean, shit, Elden Ring's a smash hit, and they don't need to dumb shit down. But
that's a game journals.
All this, but the thing
They can't even fucking save themselves from the tutorial level of fucking
Cuphead.
Yep.
Yeah. Now,
my Appleton's little brother beats it easily.
yeah,
How
no
did you beat their asses in fucking Cuphead?
Yeah, no
tutorial
shit.
level. Pigeon.
Yeah, it's like someone with even less credentials. I mean, shit. I bet you someone with a fucking GED could beat that fucking level.
All they do is look at the screen and look over buttons to press. Oh, this and this.
Oh, just press this button. I bet tutorial level.
4-year-old kid beat the shit out of a journalist.
Jesus Christ.
4-year-olds. He's like,
Mhm.
no, man. You jump and then you hit the X to dash.
It's easy.
Yes, 4-year-olds from China beating games that these grown-ass adults can't beat.
I think the kid was white,
Mm-hmm.
if my memory is right.
I'm also referencing that Stephen E. video.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, but like I said, the thing here is, this is all well and good, and I agree with most of what he's saying here, but this doesn't have teeth because of two words that is plaguing his company right now. Ethics department. It clamped down on Tifa's boobs, and now it's fucking with Chrono Cross's reimagining. I mean, now it's even gotten to the point where they even redid the Japanese dialogue. That's how fucked up it is. I mean,
Yep, as I said, as much as I agree with the sentiment, I want some fucking proof.
yeah. Now, I would say, I will play a little devil's advocate and say that maybe that he had to put an ethics department on because Square Enix is a publicly traded company, number one, and as such, they might have to abide by some ESG, some rules to qualify for some ESG money.
So this is him trying to plead with the shareholders like, hey, if you help me, I'll help you make more money. Get rid of the ethics department, please.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because that might be believable, but then again...
Yeah. But of course, there
I
is
want proof.
Yeah, but there is a solution to avoid all this shit, and you'll still make your money, and it is a very simple solution, and that's a solution that Elon Musk is gonna do once he takes over Twitter. Take the company private.
Oh, yes. For the love of God, make it privatized.
Take
Don't
the
do
company
public trading at all. Fuck that shit.
entertainment companies and now I would expend this to tech companies. don't ever take your company public, because now with this ESG shit, if you take your company public, you're basically saying, you're basically begging the powers that be, please, I don't want to own my company anymore. Can you run it for me?
Yeah, basically, we are starting to fucking see how much investments are like the devil's bargain.
Yeah, it's like...
Don't do investments, people.
Like I said, investments are the deal, are basically making a deal with the devil. You need to do your due diligence 3 times over if you're taking in investors. I'm like, you need to set terms.
Completely protect or you can just completely protect yourself by saying no to any investment. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Only sell out when you plan to leave the company. And before you sell out, give your customers a heads up.
Yeah. In my case though, if I was gonna retire, I'd close down the company. I'd say, listen, because I wouldn't trust anyone with it, to be honest with you. But still.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment, Aaron.
But Matsuda-san, we need to see action, not words.
No more words. Show us evidence by firing your entire ethics department.
Exactly.
Or privatizing your company, then firing your ethics department.
Exactly.
You're better off being private today, people.
Yep. Now, the good news, now luckily, for all of Square Enix's faults, a lot of those faults come from the IDOS side, because IDOS is a fucking nightmare. But then again, it's a fucking it's a company that's based in Montreal anyway.
Did they buy the IDOS at all? Oh yeah, because Spirits Within.
Yeah, that's why they merged with Enix to begin with.
Oh.
But
well, did NX own IDOS?
No. IDOS was IDOS was I don't know. I think it was its own company at one point until they got bought out.
It was its own company, but I think it got bought out by someone else.
It got bought out by Square Enix. But the good news for Square Enix is this. They're not in the same boat Take-Two is in right now.
Oh God, I would not want to be Take-Two.
Speaking of which,
and that's why I don't want to be Take-Two.
Oh boy. Rockstar has fallen. Repeat. Rockstar has fallen.
So has Saint Row. Fine.
Well, Saint Row fell a while back, but this is pretty much official. But the thing was, I saw this coming. I saw this.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah, because here's before we talk about some theories, let's talk about the article. So it seems that the latest release of GTA 5, which is in its 3rd frickin' generation, despite the fact it was made almost 10 years ago.
It's the shark cards, man. They want you to buy
the
shark cards for their
live service games. They're a plague. But
I mean, well, on one hand, I'm glad they didn't make a fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 because fucking think about it.
They're working on that, but even as such, it's going to be substandard at best.
If you're making a woman criminal for GTA 5 online, they're all ugly as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
You need specialized tutorials to actually make them look average looking.
Yeah.
And then Red Dead Redemption 2, they don't even look human.
Yeah, no shit. It's like,
how the fuck you fuck up that much?
Yeah. I would rather play.
These devs even seen a woman.
Yeah, really. Now, so according to this, the discovery of the censorship began on April 6th when, on Reddit, of all places, they looked at the GT Online subreddit and asked others, have they noticed the removal of interstellar transgender action figure, which proudly featured interchangeable genitalia from one of the in-game storefronts. And in its place now sits Space Tramp, a generic-looking character who possesses posable vomit direction. And then the admin for that fan site said he also noted further changes. And here's the here's the tweet. In the new gen version, Rockstar appears to have disabled trans caricatures or drag queens from spawning outside cockatoos. This could be following a plea from Outmaking Games last year. Oh, great. More fucking craptivists. Drink. And she goes, I hope this provides comfort to anyone who feels these NPCs depicted harmful stereotypes. Oh, for God's sakes.
This is the walking stereotypes themselves.
Yeah. And the cockatoos refers to an in-game alphabet club where some queuing male patrons appear to be cross-dressers or drag queens, the latter which were blatant caricatures featuring heavy muscle definition, clear jawlines, and extremely masculine frames. And they also spot...
Makes me long for the days of Grand Theft Auto 3, where the graphics were not as good as Grand Theft Auto 5, but at least you actually go out to the fucking docks at night to combat hookers and blow.
I would say 4, because 4 did that shit.
Oh, 4 was lamer than 3, because every single moment of your life, you get a fucking call from your cousin, like,
hey, cousin! It's your cousin! How about we go bowling?
I'm in the middle of a fucking getting to a mission, dude. I'm trying to play the game.
Yeah, really. Now, so unfortunately, Outmaking Games as an empowered community of alphabets. So basically, craptivists. So basically, all it took was a stern letter from these scumbags, and all of a sudden, they bent the knee. Now, if you're wondering, of all people,
what's even sadder?
Yeah.
See that picture?
Yeah.
Even they look better than the fucking women models in the
I know, right?
online.
I know, right? Now, I know what you're thinking.
Saints Row was kicking your asses.
Yeah. Now, you'd think a company that stood up to Jack Thompson and all these freaking trad cuck scumbags, even some leftoid scumbags. Remember the time where that hot coffee incident? They
went fucking soft.
They took on fucking Hillary Clinton, and in fact they
took on Hillary Clinton, knowing damn well the body count she has.
Yeah. Those guys
had edge. They
had balls.
Yeah. And they fucking lost everything. What the fuck happened?
I can tell you
what. This is
what.
like the cool rock star you see as you're a kid, and then you grow up, you're in your 40s, and you find out that guy became a fucking cuck.
Yeah, it's basically
and
like
you're just sitting there wondering.
It's the Doge meme.
How the fuck that happened?
It's the muscular Doge meme versus the wimpy ass Doge meme, basically. But
yeah, I'm just sitting back wondering, how the fuck did this happen? What
the
fuck?
And Snow, I do have an answer for that. It goes back to around the mid-20 teens. Because you know what happened around that time?
They got bought out?
No. They were still under they've been under Take-Two since almost the beginning. All right?
Okay.
Because they were originally a DMA design. But when they got bought out by Take-Two, then they became Rockstar.
Okay,
but
so
pretty much the head honcho of Rockstar was ousted. Leslie Benzies. Leslie Benzies,
who had the balls and pretty much was the last safeguard.
No, he was the first to fall. Leslie Benzies, Eve was pretty much the backbone of the company. He was the main producer in all the GTA games. He stood up to all the freaking scumbags of the day, right?
So Take-Two is like, thank you for the money, but get the fuck out. You make us look bad. Is that what I get?
Here's what I think. Well, it's partially that. I believe Leslie Benzies didn't want to go the live service route.
Yeah, maybe we should actually, focus on making a good single-player game.
Yeah, the funny
thing... I have a feeling by the time everyone's done with this live service shit, everyone will be begging for a good single-player game.
Yeah.
Which he's right.
Now, online was a great idea when it came out, but I think what happened was corporate, more specifically Zelnick, wanted to monetize the fuck out of it, and they said, we need to get into this live service grift because we'll be making so much money hand over fist. Leslie Benzies vetoed the idea, basically saying that would pretty much fuck over our player base. And what happened was Zelnick found a way to oust Benzies. Have you noticed ever since around that time, around 2014, 2015, around that time, they started introducing shark cards and live service bullshit? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I guarantee you that if Leslie Benzies was still at this company, we'd probably get GTA 6 by now. Or like 2 years ago.
Fuck. I guarantee you the women models for both games would look a whole lot more better.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be looking at the models we have, especially with Red Dead Redemption 2. You'd be looking at the fucking models and going, what the fuck is this trash? Have you motherfuckers have not seen what a fucking woman looks like? Much less a woman that people actually want to play as?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, really.
She looks like a goblin. Fix this.
Yeah. So, that was the big...
Not fucking BioWare.
So, not only Leslie Benzies was ousted, he sued Rockstar. I think I got a feeling it went nowhere, sadly. But the writing was on the wall when Benzies got ousted, and I guarantee you, Laszlo and Dan Houser said, okay, listen, we're just going to finish off Red Dead Redemption 2, then we're out.
Yeah, because Benzie, if you actually make your own studio and your own company, please make a fucking competitor Grand Theft Auto.
I'll even
how small the region is. Just give us something good.
I'll even raise the stakes. I'm going to make it an invitation. I know we're a long way off from this. We're like long way off, but once we get around to doing the video game version of Ronin, expect me to reach out.
That's if we get that at the level. But
yeah,
that would be fucking cool. Just to see Ronin as a Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, with as
much customizable options as like we had with Saints Row 2.
And not only that, like I said, the gameplay area, I'm going big. It's gonna be at least like
it better be as big as a map as you featured on that I have posted on my wall.
Yeah, because according to the PDF though, it covers a lot like three counties worth. I want to the point where at high speed it would take you an hour to get to the other side of the map. Because the technology does exist. The problem is nobody wants to do that.
Well, the thing with Ronin is it really doesn't need much. It doesn't have like an in-depth cybernetic system like, well, Cyberpunk has.
I mean,
so
the best
do all the wacky shit like that they promise, like, oh, you can scale on walls, you can climb things with your cybernetic spider blade arms.
Actually, there is that stuff in the game, but like I said, synthetics are heavily regulated in Ronin. It's like you can't just hack off your fucking limbs. It's the prosthesis rule. But
So the technology is there. It's just they don't use it because, well, they're not fucking crazy.
yeah, they don't have mad lads in the industry anymore. They just got a bunch of dumb fucks with gender studies degrees.
Ah, yes, there's greed that does nothing.
Oh, I second thing, cyber tech is actually more the Blue Sister technology.
Oh yeah, a lot of the shit. Yeah, there is gonna be like Blue Sister technology and etc. But like I said, you got to deal with them.
So it's basically gonna be like, here's your futuristic technology, but since it's fucking made by the lamest people on Earth, don't expect cool shit from it.
Yeah, expect like
Meanwhile, the people in the free city of Chicago, they don't get access to the fucking awesome tech, but then again, what stuff they do have access to, they tend to make fucking awesome anyways.
Yeah, there's like a lot of gadgets and shit. It's more gadget based, but anyway. But yeah, because of Leslie Benzies being ousted a while back, yeah. This was the inevitable path, and I pain to see what's going to happen with GTA 6.
Yeah,
God, that game's gonna
like a plane.
That game is going to be a nightmare. Anyway,
Safe to say we avoid that like a plague. That's my advice.
yeah. Well, anyway, moving on. Now this one I got. This one came across my desk. Care of RPG Pundit, by the way. And
Thank you, RPG Pundit. Now, what is the American Library Association?
Basically, it's basically like the NEA. Basically, it's like sort of your one of your alphabet foundations. It's like it's
so completely fucking useless.
Yeah. But the problem is it sets guidelines for libraries across the nation.
Oh, so useless but still has influence.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately,
your local library's fucked.
Yeah, well, unless there's a handful of most more or less, because this is who they brought to the head of that association. Okay, let's do the list. Problem glasses, probably they them, fucking cropped hair,
Smile.
that stupid
Bad dental hygiene,
questionable hygiene, Marxist,
Looks like a man but is actually a woman.
and let me read this tweet. I just cannot believe that a Marxist lesbian who believes that collective power is possible to build and can be wielded for a better world is a president-elect of the ALA Library. I am so excited for what we can do together. Solidarity! And my mom is so proud. I love you, Mom. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, how about you go to Russia and see how well you build it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Emily, for having the name Emily, because we have a woman with that same name in our server, and she'd be like, "Why do you have my name?"
Oh,
Why,
yeah.
bitch? Why?
Yeah. Now, the reason I say this is because there's sort of a theory that I have about some of these libraries as of late. Okay. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a groomer. Okay. I'm not gonna make judgments, but I'm just gonna. She sounds like.
I am willing to take that bet. I'm willing to say. Well, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah,
I
but
want to say 10 for her being a groomer.
yeah, I'm not gonna unless there's proof. Okay. Now let me look down the thing.
Oh no,
here.
we're just gambling.
Yeah, but we do know she's a fucking commie. So you know what that means,
She
right?
made that loud and proud.
So you know what that means, right?
3 helicopter rides.
Yes, sir.
One way.
Do not tolerate communists.
Mm-hmm. Putin loves throwing the gays into jail.
Yeah, really. But yeah. Yeah, so now now our local libraries has a commie problem. And her platform calls to enhance funding to schools, libraries, and communities, economic and racial justice, fucking drink. For library... Yeah. For library workers and communities in which we live and work, environmental sustainability and collaboration and blah, 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 fucking drink. Now, let's see. I wonder if there... Ah! There it is! Equity.
No. I'm going to say, what'd you find? Pronouns?
I wouldn't be surprised if I found pronouns in her bio, but I was looking for the term equity, and lo and behold, here it is. And then she talks about the... Yeah, this is a full-on commie woke scumbag. Probably also a Covidian as well. So, I would say smart money she wants to groom.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're not saying she is.
Money is a groomer.
We're not saying
she is.
But the smart money points that way. Now, the reason this concerns me is not only because now kids won't find decent books anytime soon in these libraries.
And it's yeah, we all know what kind of books.
And they're making homeschools stronger than ever before.
Pod learning, etc. Now, that's what it does. That does concern me, but that's not my chief concern. My chief concern is as follows. Let me take a drink here. My chief concern is that what it comes in the form of a question. What hasn't been selling lately?
You mean like most mainstream comic books?
Yep, comic books. A lot of crappy movies. A lot of and a lot of these other books that are just they're just even young adult books, like anything that Sifwa produces. Okay, have you? Yeah, and I would be thrilled. Bet you that there's some in Old Pub. So, chiefly, those in the mainstream comics and Old Pub, they are not selling well. So, as such, since they printed all these copies, thinking, "Oh, this will sell," but it turns out nobody wants those things. You'd think they throw it out, right?
They're gonna shove it in libraries.
Exactly. So I would bet she was installed for one chief purpose: use your local library as a dumping ground for this shit. And they
you woman. Fuck you down.
And and Marvel and Dead Company and all of Old Pub can say, well, we're just making donations. They can write it off. They can write it off as like sort of like a tax exempt status. Like they can write it off on their tax form, right? Tax write-offs, you know.
Non-profit history.
Yeah. And what they can do is in these libraries, there's two routes they can go. One, they could just flat out promote them and say their little buzzwords and what have you, or they could take a subtle route, which is pretty sinister. Growing up in school, when you ever go to the library, you ever had one day when you go to the library and they talk about banned book week? Yeah, they basically talk about banned books. Now, the concept with banned book week, well, it was the original concept as it's supposed to be. It's basically talking about the dangers of how print can be censored. Like, for instance, I believe among the list of banned books was To Kill a Mockingbird, right? And And now the original concept by of itself, that since its original inception, was very noble, because when it comes to literary works, it should not be censored. Or we're talking great literary works.
It literally points out a case where the guy was only guilty because he was literally black.
Exactly.
And the book literally points out how wrong that is.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much teaching you a lesson how wrong it is to be racist.
Exactly. And this came out of...
It turns out the guy who was convicted of the crime didn't do the crime. He was actually fucking innocent.
Yeah, he was about to get the Emmett Till treatment.
He died in prison.
Well, but now you'd think, now they still have this concept to this day, but here's the problem with it. They are using that similar language to bring about a false equivalency. Now, what I see them using it for is to promote all these shitty comics and these shitty young adult books, and maybe even some books that were actually banned because, let's face it, it had a lot of degenerate shit in there.
Just ask a question.
Yes.
Do they have to fucking take in these books, or can they just cut ties with this group and just be its own library?
It's pretty hard to. Well, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. But the problem here is when it comes
I'm
to.
gonna ask the audience audience, if you're still there, can you please tell us, does the libraries actually have to follow these guidelines or not? I want to know if they actually have that kind of influence and power.
Well,
actual authority.
Yeah, what I can do is I can ask John De La Rosa about it and see what he says, I'm sure he knows.
I wish he was here. I wish Justine was here.
I'm sure he'd know more about the situation, about
exactly, because I think you and I we are out of our element when it comes to this department.
Yeah. But yeah, especially when it comes to libraries and bureaucracy and what have you. I mean, we know some of it, but when it comes to libraries and the quote unquote education sector, I don't know shit. Shiny's got an answer. Basically said not really. So they really don't have
no authority. So they could just tell this group to fuck off and just keep the way things are going for their library.
Yeah, not without some. I'm sure not without some consequences.
Got a teacher a cousin that's a teacher.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what? If my choice is piss off an entire organization that's just manipulating people, or fill my library with shitty ass books that's gonna make society worse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually worse because it's full of degenerate shit, or it's full of failure. I'm gonna piss off the organization.
Yeah. Now I would say some. Yeah, but I think the problem is some flyover libraries, even some in Oklahoma or some in red states, they get inundated with this shit, and the problem is these places don't even know it, unless someone's keeping an eye on that shit, which they should. But
yeah, they try giving us the books. We're like looking at these books and like, to the fire you go.
Yeah, say, good God, I need this. Good, I need this as a doorstop. Or coaster.
It's like, hey, Bill, we found your toilet paper.
Yeah, really.
We want a nice fire going.
Yeah, bring out the marshmallows. We'll be making some s'mores.
Oh, yeah, because you're the president of Brazil. I don't know if he's still president of Brazil anymore, or like that. But during the time when Trump was president, he was president.
Oh, Bolsonaro?
Yeah.
I think he's still president.
Yeah, he was literally showing off some of the books that were given to the little kindergartners, and it basically had a book with a hole through it for a couple pages. You know what I'm talking about. I gotta take a look at that. That's disgusting. That is disgusting, and that was shown off to kids, where they could actually put their little fingers through that.
Ew.
And the guy's like, "This is the shit that they're showing."
he didn't exactly say it how I said it, but he's basically saying this is the shit that they're doing to our kids.
Yeah.
We are allowing this to happen. We gotta stop this.
Well, luckily, the parents are being more vigilant about this ever since the whole thing with Virginia happened, and now with the whole deal with Disney.
Oh yeah. Hello, Fiona Wolf.
Fiona Wolf, how you doing? Yeah.
Okay. No.
Now, speaking, while we're on the subject of that, our Chad, governor of Florida, has made his move. Now, as of the time that I put together the docket, the Senate voted to revoke the Reedy Creek Improvement District. They terminated the special district, then includes Reedy Creek, where Disney stands. Where basically it was basically a sweetheart deal, in which they don't have to abide by any state regulations, or they can build their own stuff, and the state doesn't need to have a say, and it also exempts them from various taxes.
You know, with a deal like that, I would do everything in my power not to piss off Florida.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Disney did just that. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what?
Yes, no shit.
And you know what's even more fucked up? How the fuck did Universal didn't get that deal? Because you got Universal Studios down there as well.
I don't think Universal wasn't there during the time when the deal was made.
No, it wasn't. And when I was down at Universal Studios, they were doing pretty well, despite the fact they had a pandemic.
I actually like Universal better.
Yeah, I heard Universal's was the shit. But
anyone seen Universal do any woke shit with their theme parks, or
no, not to my knowledge,
or any woke stuff at all?
Not to my knowledge, and if they did, it's pretty minor.
Yeah, I'm always like, just do it so they can shut up.
Yeah.
God, I want this fad to die.
But Disney wanted to get involved in state politics, and now this is their punishment.
Yeah, what the fuck well, I'll tell you what we're thinking. They were high on power.
Yeah. They thought they run the state. But I think one of the senators basically said, doesn't matter how long you're here, you're still guessing our state. So this tax district, by the way, it allows them a local police, a fire department on the land. It also saves the company tens of millions of dollars a year with exemptions from regulations, taxes, fees, etc.
They get their own taxes.
Yeah, they pretty much get exempted. Yeah, they pretty much exempted themselves. It's basically like a damn. It ain't Florida soil.
It's their own little fiefdom.
Exactly.
They are their own tax collector.
And it's the size of San Francisco.
They literally pissed off Florida, lost their own taxes, and now have to pay millions of dollars of more taxes to Florida.
All because they had to virtue signal about the most disgusting stuff.
Yeah. Now, also under the agreement, Disney's also been responsible for...
Bob Chapek, I know Bob Iger put you in this miserable position. You never want to be in the position. But holy shit, man. This is the perfect time as ever to fucking put your foot down and tell these woke fuckers to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I bet you he's probably going to be... If I were you, I'd call...
He's looking at the exit door. He's looking at the fucking exit door. He's like, okay, I make out.
He wants to know about. Now, also, under the agreement... Disney's also responsible for overseeing environmental protections and public services, and also maintaining public roads. Now, this is the bad part about this, because now Orange County and maybe Osceola County will end up having to foot the bill for it. which is what you do, but still.
They
But-
always could just charge
Isn't
Disney.
Orange County, like, mostly liberal and telling other people to fucking pay your fair share?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
Well, now pay your fair share, Orange County.
yeah. More specifically, Disney. I'm sure all the tax revenue now Florida is going to get from them, because now they have to pay like probably millions of dollars. I'm sure that's going to offset that easily.
Well, I'm certain that Disney as a company will probably start selling off the fucking park if they're smart and move the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what the leftoids want to happen. I mean, they want to Disney, just get out of here. Any other blue state they'll take your business. But here's the problem: with the exception of California, most blue states have a little thing called winter. So that park will not be open 24/7.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
Or should I say year round?
At the rate Disney's going, I'm not saying just sell the park off and move somewhere else. I'm saying just sell the park off, and congrats, you got one less park for your entire fucking business.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think but here's the thing.
As in, they ain't gonna get new parks to replace the one they're losing now.
Yeah,
That's gone forever.
they can't find a suitable replacement for it anyhow. They don't.
Yeah.
All these leftoids thinking they have infinite money, they can do whatever the fuck they want, which is freaking ironic because weren't some of these leftoids a bunch of commies anyway? Now you're defending a fucking mega corporation?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
what
it's
happens when you fucking help out commies. They cost you money.
Well,
That's the thing. Commies hate capitalism, but it's the corporatism that's really the true evil.
ooh, yeah. You know what? Caecilius?
Hypocrite!
Thank you.
I mean, fuck.
Now,
Yeah, I can understand why Bob Iger fucking left because he knew he just fucked over Disney forever.
yeah,
He literally fucked over Disney.
yeah.
Bob
So,
Chapek, poor fucking man that he is,
He-
is left with the fucking pieces, and he's like, oh fuck.
yeah, now he's being held hostage by these sick freaks. Now, the
And he's waiting for the day where he could open up his golden parachute and get the fuck out.
yeah,
He wants the nope. I agree with you there, Aaron. He
Yeah.
wants the nope the fuck out.
yeah,
I have a feeling he did not want that position.
yeah. Now, by the vote of 23-16, it will eliminate the arrangement of June of next year. Okay, it will affect approximately 6 districts in the state. Of course, the one link to it is because of Disney. All right,
Oh, they got a year before they start paying taxes?
yes.
If I was them, I'd start selling now.
They're like I said, if I have a feeling, and the thing is, I think the smart money is, if Disney decides to sell off pieces of this, guess who's probably going to snap it up?
Universal.
Most likely. Because
Good, because they needed to expand.
yeah, Universal will immediately snap it up.
And if Universal's smart, they'll fucking talk to DeSantis and try to get that fucking deal.
I don't think DeSantis would make a deal like that again.
Oh, well, he never made a deal in the first place, but still.
I wouldn't
It
even.
wouldn't hurt to give it a shot and just make it fucking clear that you will never get involved in politics.
Nah, I wouldn't even make a deal, even if it's a company I'd like, because that would be corporatism, and we don't. I don't like to play that game.
So I am saying from a Universal perspective.
That's fine, but like I said, I wouldn't give Universal Studios any special treatment either, because I know they.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, Disney, you should have just shut up and sold the cotton candy. And now look what's happened.
You know, I wonder if the fucking people in the suits who work for the government nudge, wink, wink at Disney and told them to do this shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because Disney has been inundated with ESG garbage. So
I guarantee you, that when the company goes out, that will be the wake-up call for everyone else. Like, oh, you really sold us down the river, haven't you, government?
yeah, and they're gonna be pissed, and rightly so. I mean, you got hoodwinked. They basically used your entire economic system to fuck over the entire culture. That's disgusting.
No, they use their economic. They don't give a fuck about the culture. They give a fuck about themselves.
Exactly.
They use their economic system to basically fuck them in the ass.
Yeah,
That's
I think
what's gonna piss them off. What affects us, they don't give a shit.
yeah, and
What affects their bottom line, they do give a shit.
yeah, and what this does is it does send a message to companies, not just in Florida, but I would say in any red state, Georgia being one of them, is that you don't run you don't run shit here. You're just guests here, and that's the problem. A lot of these companies, you remember the situation with that voter ID law that happened in Georgia last year, and MLB pulled the All-Star game and shit, and all these companies try to force people's hand. They did the same. NBA did the same shit. I guarantee you, with this happening to Disney, you want to bet this shit stops, especially in red states.
Oh, yeah. ESPN is fucking numbered.
Yeah, ESPN's fucked. Anything under Disney is fucked as of this point. But let me tell you this right now. It sends a message to companies basically. Listen, you can do business here in the red states, but don't try to tell us what to do with our fucking state laws.
ABC News is fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
They're owned by Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, and as far as all these freaking Disney simps out there saying, always collected the Funko Pops, the consumers, well, sit and spin on that, you jackass. Oh, which reminds me, how did it go in the Florida house? Well, I have a video I'm gonna play you all, and I'm gonna put this on the theater workshop so you can all take a look, okay?
Sit down, relax, and smile, because I already seen this video.
Yeah. So you probably won't be able to hear you'll probably won't be able to hear the audio, but just take a look at this. Just listen right here. This is courtesy of Homology, by the way.
And we will vote on these two bills. It is my hope that we will be able to proceed civilly and with decorum and with respect for one another. Read the next bill.
Good luck with that, Speaker. Especially with all the screeching in the background.
And yeah, I can definitely hear it.
Yeah,
By Senator Bradley, Senate Bill 4C, a bill to be entitled an act relating to independent special districts.
Oh, by the way, let me also add that in this special session, they also approved of a new congressional map for the state of California that DeSantis drafted, because the original idea was it was getting gerrymandered because it unfairly benefited Democrats. DeSantis looked at it like, wait a minute, this is some gerrymandered crap for just to please the Dems. So we drew a new map, which was more compact, and let's just say it's the opposite of Illinois' gerrymandered districts.
You know what? I'd rather do this based on fucking counties.
Yes,
like treat each county as their own state electoral.
Yeah, every county gets their own representative. There you go. Easy pickings.
They adjust the maps of the fucking county. That means those big blue cities that take up an entire county, you only get to count as one fucking county, asshole.
Exactly. That
you
means
don't get to say what the rest of the state has to say.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they do this for I think they do this for Senate for Senate. I think every county gets a senator, I believe, for their states. I don't know how. Now, I think representatives do by population, but what they got to do is they have to separate it across evenly, and it would make sense. Like, say for instance, Key West and Pensacola cannot be in the same fucking congressional district. That's the problem. What they do with these gerrymandered counties, like they have this very long ass snake like map that, like, say for instance Illinois, which covers Decatur, Springfield, and East St. Louis. Now those three cities.
Okay, we'll both say this: fix the maps to where it's actually fucking fair, and then fucking make sure that there's an electoral guy that's supposed to represent that district, and then keep it the way it is.
Yeah, but you know why they draw? But of course, there's the left likes to draw the map saying we gotta protect black voters. But the problem here is it's not distributed. They're not distributed fairly, and they like to accuse Republicans of gerrymandering. So basically, they like to it's the same old projection bullshit. But anyway, let's continue. I think there were some sound issues at this point, but they'll pick it up. Here we go. Yeah, if you can hear on the chat, yeah, they're screeching that. I think it's those idiots over there. They're doing all this reeing and bullshit all of a sudden.
All the people up front are like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna vote."
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you're screeching. We're voting to pass this shit. Go fuck yourselves. Anyway, let's continue.
Representative Fine, you're recognized to explain your bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It seems as Mickey and many have joined us in the chamber today. That said, this is the bill that we discussed yesterday.
Yeah, you can't even hear.
We'll either go into structured debate or
you can't even hear. You can't even hear them over that shit. That's how fucking screechy they are.
Now, are you sure this is the House or
this is the House?
Senate?
This is the House, and this came in earlier today at 1 o'clock Florida time, by the way. So it's about noon Chicago time, around that time. So anyway, so let's continue.
or we will call the previous question. Representative Renner, you're recognized for a motion.
Mr. Speaker, I move the previous question on the bill.
Representative Renner moves the previous question on the bill. This motion is not debatable and requires a majority vote. All in favor say aye. All opposed no. Show the motion passes. We will now proceed to call the previous question. The clerk will unlock the machine and members will proceed to vote on Senate Bill 4C. Have all members voted? Have all members voted?
Okay, oh, hold on. This is the vote.
Clerk will lock the machine, announce the vote.
70 yeas, 30.
70 to 38. 70 to 38. It passes. So now all it's left to do is our old Chad governor has to make his signature.
That'd be the easiest thing ever in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just give it to me.
Yep. He's like, go.
So in the map that means fixed from the gerrymandering, Yep.
Yeah, and knowing how DeSantis has been doing all his signings, I've noticed most of these signings he always throws at one big ass ceremony, basically.
He's gonna do throw two big ass.
Yeah,
or just make a mega one.
Just make a big one, basically saying, basically making another Chad statement. All in all, basically in short, DeSantis pretty much kicks ass at this point. And I think, and personally, I think if Trump doesn't become the nominee, I'm sure DeSantis will be, because
if Trump doesn't actually become a nominee, or Trump Jr. doesn't become a nominee, DeSantis should.
Well, but in my opinion, though, I would say Trump needs to take notes from DeSantis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, learn from your
Trump tried to be nice. Trump actually tried to be nice.
Learn from your mistakes in the first term, and if you get a second term, no fucking mercy. Just emulate what DeSantis is doing and just go full on scorched earth with these wokies. It's like
stay off Twitter. You're not a fucking teenage girl.
Exactly. Remember one of the motto of the Shogunate: "Expurga factus delendus est," and I think that motto is spreading like wildfire. So that's it for the news for this week. So this leads on to our main event of the evening. Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. So, Kun Hogan, play us in. Okay, so tonight's main event, this is going to be a little different than what we've done in the previous weeks. I mean, we've been focusing on a bunch of celebrity news and Elon and all that shit, you know. And I figure for a bit of a change of pace, a little change of intensity, this is simply to sort of laugh at some fallacies that's going on within the tabletop community as of late. And for once, this doesn't involve wokies. This new lolcow of tabletop is basically, they've become a freaking joke as of late. I mean, they're acting like a bunch of wokies, but they're not wokies. They're just a bunch of let's just say old men that likes to yell at clouds. Okay? Now, I do want to preface this by doing a little criticism of some people that they've made to the OSR movement. That basically likes to claim that a lot of the OSR members are grogs, or basically a bunch of old men that likes to yell at clouds. I got a question I gotta ask these people. They know who they are. Have you even taken at least a few minutes to look at what OSR is offering? It's not the same old. Oh, it's just AD&D rules this and this. No, we're talking about a modification of rules, and it's more diverse than these people like to claim. All right.
Oh yeah, just take a look at James Reggie, RPG Pundit, Wenger, Heaven Crossford, for crying out loud. Those names alone are doing amazing things with the OSR.
Exactly. And not only that, I mean, sure, at probably at the beginning it had that those grog tendencies, but it's become
because at that point, I'm sorry, this is my area of field expertise.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry for your interruption. Go ahead first.
But over the last couple years, it has came on its own, and it's sort of taken the same trajectory House did. Like at the beginning, they were just replaying a bunch of old '70s hits before it became popular, etc. They were basically the hipster movement when it came to dance music. But then little by little, they started creating their own formulas, and now they're become their standalone systems, which has their basis in AD&D, but it has turned into a vibrant community, and it's got to the point where now you have game jams, and you have great figures that has taken itch.io by storm, and it's even inspired me to do Whispers of Three Roses. I mean, originally I did get into this just so I could get exposure because the Shogun needs some fucking exposure. But the problem here is, but over time, I've taken sort of an appreciation of the movement, and I think it's very viable. And those that said, "Oh, it's from the Grogs," they need to give it a second look. Okay, don't try to be picky when it comes to alternatives. And that, I think, is the very big problem. Yeah, you want stuff, but it's like, oh, they're not doing it a certain way. I mean, that sounds like you're being snobbish. You're being a snob, and right now, we can't afford snobbery. Okay, we'll worry about that when we get into a better place. We're not at that better place now. Okay. So a lot of the OSR stuff, if like I said, you got to come at this with a bit more of an open mind. It's not the same way as it was in the beginning. However, while we're on the subject of that, it seems there's been a faction within OSR that is starting to get a little bit annoying. That resembles the early days of the grog within OSR, when they're trying to take it back to that point. We're basically saying these are the rules. We follow them to the letter. If you don't like it, well, we ain't gonna screw with you, etc., etc. And this sub-movement is known in the vernacular as BroSR.
Hey, care for me to step in, or
yes, please, because you've been following this a lot more closer than I have.
Well, first off, let me start off with, yes, the OSR movement has started off as retro replay of old classical versions of D&D, because during the time when it first started, which it started during 4th edition D&D, when for some god known Wizard of the Coast made the fucking biggest mistake they could ever fucking do, which is basically basically create 4th edition, and then fuck over Panzo, which then they took the fucking OGL, which is actually quite the fucking godsend during that day, and actually made Pathfinder. But also, thanks to the OGL, allowed people to go back to even older editions of D&D, and that's when you got your first retro clones. You got your Ozarks. You got your For Golden Glory.
Yeah.
You got Labyrinth Lords.
Yeah. For those who aren't familiar with all this shit, can you explain what the OGL is?
Open Gaming License.
Yeah, which means basically that for some of these systems, it can be developed into anything you want, or basically be reused, sort of like that. They still, despite the fact that WotC and Paizo has gone full screwball.
As long as you don't steal their IPs, which is like, you can't bring Mind Flayers into this, you can't bring Beholders into this, you can't bring out certain Pantheons and certain gods into this, because they're all Wizard of the Coast properties.
Yeah, but the system you can use.
Yes.
Or modify to your leisure.
Now, nothing prevents you from making those actual races, monsters, or deities. You just use a different name, and you change them a little bit, and you change them quite a bit, because let's just say here, the old school Essentials, which is more like BX with a little bit of advance added to it. Yeah, it has Mind Flayers and Beholders, but they give them completely different names and give them a little bit different descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, as long as you go with those lines and actually have a lawyer to help you out with that, which I assume is what these guys have done, you should be fine. But, that said, that was the first stage of the OSR. Then, later on, you got people that were doing experimental stuff. OSR went to a stage 2, which is basically, it's still fundamentally still D&D, but then now they're trying some little changes here and there. This was when RPG Pundit made a game called Arrows of India, where it takes place during mythological age India.
Mm-hmm.
And you play as the heroes of that setting. And you deal with a whole lot of Indian mythology. And yeah, people griped at him because, oh yeah, there's goblins in this. Ooh, so authentic. And little did they know is that, yeah, these goblins are basically farmer people and are in the fucking underworld of India mythology. They're part of the fucking mythology.
Yeah, when it comes to Indian mythology, not a lot of people pay attention to it. So.
No kidding.
Yeah,
so, yeah, and RPG Pundit is well known for doing authentic works. Yeah. He tries to make all his settings as authentic to the proper source as much as he can.
Yeah. So you can't. So you can't. So all these woke assholes, they can't claim Orientalism.
Oh yeah, because RPG Pundit does his fucking research, and I highly suggest all of you guys get his Arrows of India if you want authentic Indian play, and you gotta get his Lions and Dragons if you want authentic medieval play.
Yeah.
Or if you want modern day occult, like authentic modern day occult, get Invisible College.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah, eventually people like RPG Pundit, Kevin's Crossford, basically then drag out the OSR into the third stage, which is the true experimental stage, where it's like, technically speaking, it still has a system in D&D, but it's no longer D&D anymore. It's its own fucking thing. Case in point, basically Stars Without Number 2nd edition, Godbound, Worlds Without Number, Lion and Dragon, Invisible College, just to name a few.
Yes. Yeah, and like I said, a lot of the stuff and like I said, OSR has evolved by leaps and bounds, and like I said, it's just this one moment away from actually is basically becoming a true alternative to WotC or Paizo. Now with that said,
Wokesters in the OSR.
Yeah, the woke have have started to take notice, but let's just say
no, they've been there.
Yeah, but let's just say
it's more like people are starting to know is, oh, you're a wokester. Well, fuck, I don't want to buy your product anymore.
Yeah, so basically, OSR it's pretty balanced, but let's just say most don't really take kind of wokes. So.
Well, yeah. Guess what happened to Visit the Coast and Paizo and everything else? They went, don't like us, don't buy us. Get the fuck out.
Exactly.
And here's OSR opening, arms wide and open.
Yeah, and the best part is
when people find out you're supporting. So yeah, when people find out you're supporting Wokies, people don't like to buy money from. People don't like to purchase from people that hate them.
Exactly. And the thing with OSR and the beauty of it all is, there's so many people you can buy from. It's not
a lot of dumb fucks. They're still in the notion that, like, oh, you're just buying retro clones. No, there's a lot of fucking OSR games that are completely fucking different from the original D&Ds.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
mind you, there's nothing wrong with original D&Ds. It's just people are doing new shit.
Yeah, and for those
limited.
Yeah, and like I said, if you think they're just saying, oh, you're just doing the old shit, it's a sign that you're not paying attention. And that I cannot abide by. I don't care what
BroSR had reviewed some of the OSR books.
Oh yeah.
He definitely gave approval to Godbound, which basically replaces Exalted.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Onyx Path. You got replaced by fucking Kevin Crawford.
Good.
Yeah. They collected what? $400,000 to make their shitty Exalted 3rd edition? Kevin Crawford only got $40,000 from that. And he still got his book out on time. Meanwhile, Exalted is like 3 years late. And it was subpar compared to everything that everyone looked at.
Yeah, so... But like I said, but again, it's like, if you're gonna do... Like I said, if you're giving it good marks, maybe you gotta give the entire thing a second look. I mean, whatever beef you got with Pundit, put that shit aside already. Jesus.
The man is actually more right than he is ever wrong.
Yeah.
And for the magic systems I'm using, I'm definitely did look over his Lions and Dragon and his Invisible College.
Yeah.
So the DGS magic system is definitely taking inspiration from that, which I know ain't going to be even close to being authentic.
Oh, yeah. But
I'm not going to make that effort.
Yeah.
Like, for the actual Earth setting stuff, yeah, you're going to have your tarot magic, you're going to have your astrology magic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to make it semi-authentic, but I'm also going to stick with the principle of, this is supposed to be a fun time or action game, so there are going to be some fake elements added to it as well.
Exactly. Now, so basically that's basically modern OSR in a nutshell. And like I said, you gotta start paying it if you got if you got some reservations about it. You gotta start paying attention. That's all we ask. Don't get too picky and don't get stuck in your little and don't get stuck in your little your little Travis Bickle tribe on this one. All right, that's my lecture for that one. Okay.
And as a fan of the OSR Dragon, do you have any input to add to this?
Yeah, the Kyoto races are a little unbalanced. That's true. I mean, look, the elves got a little screwed when they've been going to the race compared to the gnomes, the dwarves, and the...
You're talking about the OSE? Yeah,
oh!
The like the mighty races.
Yeah.
Really
because we have 3 races that the higher constitution.
Yeah, but
same goals.
Yeah,
elves, all they get as our races. We're new to gnome, whatever. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, and before you came on, Ethereal. Yeah, we were talking about what happened on during that Whispers run.
Oh yeah, when you're playing a Kyoto that is just naive. Ooh, pretty.
What possessed you to take a card from the deck of many things? Good.
I'm still wondering what possessed the draw to actually go into the... You want to finish it off, the story, because it was only a little bit left. Basically, either way, you were given the complete layout of the fucking entire area by that water nymph, and you went and you found the room that contained the 4 fucking zombies that are 4 HD each. You decided, without the protection of the dwarf fighter with a weapon that is great against the undead, and the goblin magic user, to just go in the room by yourself and turn undead. And I basically looked at you, I'm like, let's look at the turn on dead table at the cleric.
And you weren't high enough level. God damn it, Leroy!
You basically got gibbed.
Hey, it's a Kyoto. Hey, the game where you cannot die, you're gonna play all those crazy kills. It's like
true enough.
That's fair.
When you cheat codes.
And you did get resurrected by the Shrine because Dark Souls.
Yeah.
You know how in Contra when you use a cheat code to get 99
30 lives? 30 lives, yeah.
And people fun of it.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
basically-
deck.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But, still,
But the deck of many things.
I did
You
not
should know
expect
better.
that we had 3 games where someone actually draws the dungeon. 3 games.
You literally rolled the number. I told you to roll like either 21 or 22. I can't remember.
3 different games that someone would draw that card.
Well, you rolled the number. You got 19, and it was number 19.
Oh, well, may that be a lesson to you. May that be a lesson to you, Ethereal. When you see a deck of many things, leave it be. Anyway, getting back on point here. Now,
So I guess I don't need to explain what happened in part 2 because I already did that.
yeah. Now,
But to get on the BroSR, yeah, this is a fucking Ragnar move in 2.0.
yeah.
And RPG Bundle already went through that fucking shit. And he'll go through this shit again.
Yeah. So, one of the problems with BroSR that I've realized is there's no, as with some of these gimmick offshoots, there's not really a definition to them. It's just
Give him credit. I do got some ideas that I may actually eventually try just to see what happens. But for the most part, it's like, dude, just shut it off with the attitude.
when it comes to their rule set philosophy, they have extreme tunnel vision.
Yes, no lie. It's like you either follow Advanced First Edition and only what
To the letter, not just advanced first edition. You have to follow it to the letter.
Oh no, not even that. But it's also you gotta follow to the specifics of their current leader, which is this Jeff guy.
Yeah.
If you're not even doing that narrow, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting down here like, dude, I've been fucking GMing more than fucking 10 years. Almost 15 years. Fuck this stupid shit. I'll fucking still run the GM. I still DM my own way.
Yeah, it's like, and also, I don't think you can house rule anything under BroSR standards.
No, because that goes against everything the BroSR stands for. Which is why I call them Grognar 2.0.
They're so fucking rigid in their rule set.
They're the fucking type of people that are fucking causing other people to leave Wizard of the Coast.
Yeah.
Because these type of people are like, don't do anything different from the books. Don't be creative. I'm like, but the point of fucking D&D and most of role-playing tabletop games is to be creative. What the fuck's wrong with you?
As someone who has already designed a rule book for an RPG, that being Ronin, I always said if there's something that I always say if there's something that you could probably run a little bit better, I say feel free to house rule as much you want, and if it's a great idea, let me know about it, and I'll weigh the changes on it.
It's the gold standards of tabletop role-playing games. If you don't like a rule, you can change it.
Yeah, it's called stress testing.
No one has the right to tell you what to do at your own fucking table. This is why the fucking SJWs are hated.
Yeah.
By most people who play role-playing games.
Yeah.
The only people that are okay with the fucking woke people and these BroSR people is because they don't know better yet.
Yeah, they're idiots. It's like
most of them are naive new people.
Yeah, they're a bunch of new guys that you want to know how bad this BroSR thing? It's pissing off people that's played since the 70s. It's like, God, we're not even that fucking purist.
Dude, even the people who played in the 70s are like, this is fucking retarded. This is fucking retarded.
The whole point of
Gary Gygax made house rules.
Yeah. The whole point, Gygax. If the man who started this whole shit, Gary Gygax, made house rules, then you know you got a problem. It's like, listen, part of the reason there's house rules to begin with is so you can properly stress test your rule set. And we've done this.
To be fair, Gary Gygax, even he knows his rulebook doesn't work for every fucking scenario.
It doesn't.
You're supposed to make a rulebook that works for the most general stuff that's most likely going to happen in a tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah. Every table...
You ain't going to fucking make up rules for the weird situation we found our characters in.
Exactly.
Which is basically how poor Dragon here, in one single night, went from a manly dwarf cleric to a very thoughty woman drow cleric.
Yeah.
In a single session.
Yeah. And that's the whole... And that's why I think the BroSR has fucked up big time. Unpredictability is... It built tabletop RPGs.
Yeah. And I'm gonna fucking say a lot now. The biggest problem the BroSR has is they're a fucking bunch of clueless loudmouths. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Doesn't Dungeons & Dragons even say these are guidelines?
Yeah.
Yeah, this not just... It's not
Literally
strict
in the
rules.
book, these are guidelines, but then you have people saying that you have to play this way.
This is why
the book says.
the only thing I tell people to really remember is the basic dice mechanics.
Yeah. Now, I understand... Now, I could... In their defense, I could understand they want to experiment to do rules as played. That's understandable. But...
If it's a image.
Well, yeah, especially when you're doing with a bunch of new players and you're new yourself. You do want to keep things as basic as possible.
But
just
the
so
problem...
you get familiarized. But eventually you're going to find some quirk that you're not really liking, and you're going to want to house rule that.
Yeah.
And your players are going to probably agree with you because they know you, and they probably don't like the quirk either.
Yeah, it won't make any sense. If it doesn't make any sense, it's almost like sometimes you got... These are not just hard rules. They're guidelines. This isn't a fucking employee handbook here, people. And what also pisses me off about BroSR is they tend to be complete snobs about it.
They're smug about it too.
Yeah, like for instance, this idiot here. This guy named B-Dubs, alright?
Yeah, don't try to catch BroSR. We got you questioning, brother.
With gotcha question.
College P-Lib at the college campus debate with Ben Shapiro. We are the foremost living experts on the real D&D. We're happy to help others achieve elite status if they put in the time. Objectively correct.
Oh!
That was a reply to Basic Expert, which is one of the YouTubers of the OSR. Let me read his.
Yeah.
Are they characters being played by players? Yes, it's a nitpick, but Ra is being claimed. I think it matters in all. I don't play Ra, so to me, what you guys are doing doesn't make a difference one way or another. If you're having fun, which it sounds like you are, I'm happy.
Yeah, and I don't know if...
Was that even remotely negative?
I don't think so. I think what Warpig was found BroSR a little. I don't know if he's like somewhat joking about the whole deal. And I like Warpig. Don't get me wrong. He's awesome. But like I said, I would say if he was a bit of a follower of this, I think he's either doing it in jest or just say, I wonder how rules is played is because normally Warpig isn't like that. So, but we're not talking about Warpig. Let me make it clear, Warpig is awesome. But these guys, when you read this type of shit, Martina, can you ask this guy a question here? hold on.
God,
Can you,
sound poor, bro.
yeah. Can you ask this guy a question, Martina?
Are you retarded? I'm asking, like, seriously, are you clinically retarded? Do you collect public funds for retardation? Do you?
Oh, B does might be.
Yeah, really.
That fucking... Oh my... You never mix numbers with letters, dude. What the hell?
Good God. It's like I said, it's a game, not an algebra problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, Pundit has called out these guys for being stupid.
I'm sick of this shit. Oh.
Yeah. But I'm looking at this one here. This is funny. The BroSR headed to convention ready to spread the word of the true D&D.
Yeah.
What's true D&D? Seriously, how many editions are there?
I don't know.
Strike to the head. Monty Python never fucking change.
Yeah, they're basically being self-flatulent about the rule set.
Yeah, and let's not get into all the Dragon magazines.
Yeah, really. Even as someone who has...
I did not even touch the Dragon magazines.
Yeah, because, let's face it, you could say that all TSR is true D&D.
Yeah.
Let's just say our second edition, DM, Aaron, is like information overload when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. So the point here is nothing is quote unquote real D&D. Okay, it's never been established from the beginning. Okay.
Especially once we get into so the setting where it says everything is D&D, because the fact that you can literally go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you there, Aaron, simply because, well, yes, they don't know what the real D&D is.
Yeah, but
I will say there has to be some form of real D&D, because I don't think what Wizards of the Coast is doing is close to D&D.
Yeah, that could...
Sorry, but being a fucking hot mess.
I completely agree with that statement. You don't need to apologize for that one. Because, like I said, even though I consider myself sort of a layman when it comes to this, however, I do know that BroSR represents one extreme of the whole what is real D&D is of this no true D&D fallacy here. With WotC and even Paizo represents the other side of it, the Matt Mercers of the world. That's
it's horseshoe theory. It's horseshoe theory.
It's pure horseshoe right there.
But as I was saying, no, playing as a hot mess barista staffer is not fucking D&D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now going undercover as one is a different story.
That makes sense.
No, that's not what Wizards of the Coast wants you to be. They literally want you to be the barista. You're not undercover anything.
No.
Yeah.
You're not being super spy. You're not being a rogue who's being crafty.
Now, you're
just a barista.
Now, if you're doing it as part of a sting operation where you're trying to stop some crime, some theft ring or something like that, then that's interesting.
Yeah.
But if you're just
this is Wizards of the Coast, so you don't even get that point.
Yeah, but they can't learn to write any fucking stories outside their little Seattle or Portland experiences. I mean, the whole point of playing tabletop RPGs is to go to another world and try to be something that you're not just serving up fucking soy lattes. It's really stupid.
Which, man, I really wish you have the time. I really do, because you might actually like the DGS game.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully I'll probably participate after I get all that shit on my end sorted out. You know, the car working again, my goddamn computer being modernized, and finally getting a good stream of income to where I can start talking to Pablo and Nick about artwork again. But
Nick's updating his prices for his artwork.
Yeah, I think inflation's hit him too. But
he did.
Yeah.
The Biden economy fucked him, which means the Biden economy fucked me again.
I really don't blame
Well, I
him.
can't. No, I'm not angry with him at all. I'm angry at Biden.
He's got to make a living somehow. But
Well, yes, I agree.
But-
I'm not angry with him. I'm angry with Biden because Biden made that fucking happen.
Oh yeah.
But I never voted for that shit. I got cheated out.
Oh yeah. But in closing, though, I gotta say to the BroSR, most of them, like I said, like you said, they're noobs. Okay. I understand you're just trying to feel it out a little, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta to go forward. You don't have to color within the fucking lines there. Okay? So in closing, I say this.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
So that's all. But so until then, please don't just you're an annoyance right now. Don't go beyond that territory. Otherwise, it will not end well for you. So with that said, I think we can go ahead and close out the show, folks. So, okay. Hold on, let me restart that. There we go. So yeah, we're still gonna be doing our stuff over on the Shogun. Like I said, right now on my end, it's just me playing the waiting game, trying to get things on my end still under control. But next week, I don't know what we're gonna do for our end of the month stream. I might talk to Martina. We were gonna do something like a shillathon here, but like I said, there's not a lot. But for some reason, there's not a lot of shit going on with that would constitute something that would take up the entire stream. So
man, to go stopping around on Kickstarter. Actually, look at what video games being made, what comics being made, what RPGs are being made.
If you can find anything, just dump it in the newsstand. If there's enough, we'll do something like that. If failing that, I can always talk to Martina, see if she wants to come on and do one more.
I think you could cover comics because I think that's your alley.
Yeah. But especially since there's always new comics coming out almost every month now.
I thought you were the comic expert. That's why.
But anyway, but like I said, failing that, I'm thinking maybe I'll talk to Martina, see if she wants to come on, to give a good opportunity to see. We'll do one more trip down to Alchemy Theater, and this will be a good opportunity because she could promote Ludus Libre, and we can talk a little bit about that. Probably divide the show up into half Alchemy Theater and half talking about Ludus Libre. So
you know what? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So I do look forward to that. And besides, she's starting up her live streams. She's going around. I think she went to a stream today talking about her cancellations and shit. And I would like to hear about that, but then again, this person and Karlin Borisenko are beefing, and you know me, I don't like getting involved in that shit. Because I like Karlin. I've never heard of this other person, but I don't. But like I said, for all of Karlin's like virtues, she does tend to be a bit of a hot. But don't get me wrong, I like her. I like Karlin, and we had some pretty decent discussions. I mean, yeah, she does have a little bit of lingering leftoid tendencies left, but you know what? It'll go away with time. So, gotta be the key with Karlin Borisenko. She gotta be patient with her. But she's doing a lot of great things out there, by the way. So, but with that said, Snowman, Ethereal, thank you for coming onto the tent with me this week. I really appreciate it, as always. And for those of you still watching, I'd like to thank you for joining me as well, whether you're watching on video or watching on stream. So, as always, if you enjoy this program, then I ask you to please like, subscribe, ring the bell, spread the word. Yeah, definitely spread the word because we're not getting any ink from Twitter or YouTube or any other mainstream social media that likes to shadow ban me into the shadow realm. So so spreading the word, getting the word around to your buddies is how we're gonna start. So especially, please like this shit. And also subscribe. This way, the algorithm will treat us a lot better. You know, it's very important. And hey, even ring that bell too. You know, do anything you can to get us noticed. You know, because like I said, you know those social until Elon takes over Twitter, we're pretty much hanging on by a thread and trying to keep us from going into the shadow realm. But until we once again sit up to 10, God bless you. Take care of yourself, and hey, it's a nasty world we're living in, so please be careful out there. Expurga factus delendus est. Man, Shogun!